Here. I mean, we were talking about it yesterday after the game, how weird it felt. We actually forgot how it was to lose a game here. They'd won 18 of the last 19 home games. So hopefully they can start a new streak today. York coming into this series really has a lot to play for. So that's we knew it was going to be a tough series coming in.
Another streak that came to an end. The Skeeters had gone over 5 games without making an error. 49 consecutive innings of errorless baseball. Very impressive. We talked about the pitching and the offense, but the defense has been phenomenal.
One error by Rondon yesterday and then another by Cordero. But other than that, I mean, the defense this season, and especially as of late, has been really, really good. And then you had a guy like Silviero at third base who, we didn't think it could get much better than Betancourt and Cordero defensively at that position, but Silverio is just fantastic. And then you got the outfield for the Skeeters, Jan Santi, Heathcott, Hawkins, who are all making fantastic plays. So really just all around the field for the Skeeters, you're going to see guys making plays.
Spoke about the newest member of the Skeeters yesterday, Matt Gage, making his first start, but the Skeeters also get another piece back, and this team, well, just when you think they can't get better, they do. We will see him later on in the game, and the Skeeters get their ace back, Dallas Beeler.
I can say Dealin' and Beelin' again. So
welcome
back, Dallas Beeler. Really good to see him back. Unfortunately, it just didn't go, his way in Northwest Arkansas with the Naturals. In 4 starts, he had a 13.50 ERA, 17 runs in 11 innings. But what was interesting is his last start, he went 5 innings, just allowed 1 run. So I was really surprised to see them make the decision to release him after it looked like he was getting better. But nonetheless, it's good to have him back. And, he was definitely the ace of the club when he was here. And he should work his way back into the starting rotation and be an ace again.
Yeah, a shame that they let him go after just 2 starts. But he was the pitcher of the month just before he left in June. He was 5-0 with a 1.61 ERA. So this starting staff gets better again. And now the Skeeters have 15 of their 25 as former big leaguers. Well, a guy who is not a big leaguer has been a big part of this team, and that is Javier Betancourt, the Skeeters' versatile infielder. Talk to Will Scott. And when we come back, we'll hear from Will and Javier here on the Skeeters pregame show in just a moment.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Find stories that will inspire and surprise. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments in honor of the all-time greats of the game. See all that the Hall of Fame and Museum has to offer and plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Hey Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Shut up and sit down.
Will Scott here with Skeeters infielder Javier Betancourt on the pregame show. Javier, you signed with the Tigers organization at age 17. What was that like signing your first pro contract as a teenager? Were you excited, nervous? What was that like?
Yeah, that was so excited. Like when I first heard that the Tigers were about to sign me, I was just in shock. I was watching a baseball game, and my uncle just called me. He was, hey, the GM of the Tigers in the phone. He wants to talk to you. So I was like, this is unreal. Like first thing that I did, I was calling my mom. I was like, Mom, I made it. But it's just something special.
Was the Tigers organization the first team to reach out to you, or were you in contact with some other teams before then?
I mean, I was doing a lot of tryouts with a lot of teams, but the Tigers were like the best option for me. And I was like, yeah, I want to play for the Tigers, and that's why he was so excited for me.
In rookie ball with the Detroit organization, you did very well, a .333 batting average in your first season. How are you able to have so much success, coming from Venezuela, going to, America, playing professional baseball, in your first season, did very well?
Well, I have to say thank God that he made it happen. And I was just working so hard because it was my job and it was my dream coming through. So I put more effort than anybody just to make it happen. That's why it went so good for me.
After 4 seasons in the Detroit organization, you were traded to Milwaukee. You had a lot of success, obviously, in the Tigers organization. Was that tough for you to get traded, or was that, were you excited about an opportunity with the Brewers?
Well, at first I was kind of sad because the Tigers were the first team, and he's like your first girlfriend, something like that. But after that, the GM of the Tigers called me and he was like, "Hey, you got traded for a big league, so you're gonna get a lot of opportunities with the Brewers." And I was like, that changed my mind, and that was when I decided to keep going and try to do my best with the Brewers too.
Speaking with Javier Betancourt on the pregame show. In Biloxi last season, there's a casino right behind the stadium. What was the fan base like in Mississippi?
Well, there's a lot of people going to the games because there's not all the sports in Biloxi. The sport is just baseball or gambling, and it was pretty good. Like being around that city, I like that a lot. I don't gamble. I don't play with my money, but it was pretty good. Like actually, a lot of people around on vacation and all that, so it was kind of fun.
The Brewers have really improved, in the farm system and with the Major League Club past couple of seasons. In your 2 seasons in the Brewer system, did you kind of see, that transition? How was that, going in terms of, improving the system?
Yeah, it was a lot of movement. I can tell there's a lot of people going up, and the Brewers change everything. There's a lot of young players right now in the big league, so that makes it really interesting for all the young players. And as like me, we got the opportunity. But unfortunately, sometimes you don't get the same amount of opportunity as others. But I mean, I'm glad that everything the Brewers did for me, and I enjoyed that time with them. And now it's just a great team.
This is your first season with the Skeeters. How did you ultimately wind up here in Sugar Land?
I love this city right now. And I love this team, all the teammates, the manager, the city, the fans. They're just incredible. I feel like this level, you just have to be kind of like the big leagues, the way they treat us here. And that's why I'm enjoying this time right now, and I'm having really fun. And imagine about to make it to the playoffs, so it's a little more exciting right now.
Albert Cordero was your teammate in Venezuela on Caracas this past season. What influence did he have on you deciding to sign with Sugar Land?
He was the first person that called me when I got off the Brewer contract. So I was like, bro, if you're there, I want to go play there. I know you from a long time ago. And it's just kind of special. We played together there. Now we're playing together here. My uncle was the one that signed him for the Mets. So it's a kind of relationship, really good relationship. And I'm just now having fun. You see, he's my teammate right here, next to my locker. We stay together when we go out on the road. So it's kind of special for me being here with Albert.
How long have you known Albert personally?
8 years. Yeah, something like that. It's been a long time.
So many talented players in the Venezuelan Winter League. Most Venezuelan MLB players come back to play in the league. Where do you think the Winter League stacks up with other foreign leagues? Would you say it's at or near the top?
I mean, in Venezuela, there's a lot of competition. Like you said, a lot of big league guys just go there to play since, let's see, November, December, just to get ready for the next spring training, and they do good over there. They like to compete and they like to win a lot over there in Venezuela. It's not more fun than playing in your country, in front of your people. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, for young players, make it tough because you want to be in the lineup, but you got people from the shortstop from the Max, you got the second baseman for the Rexos, you got just make an example, and it's tough to play, but at the same time it's just a great competition, and it's it's kind of that makes you feel like you have to improve your game, and you have to be better to play there.
Last season in the Winter League, you had a .310 batting average. How are you able to have so much success? You just mentioned it. You're going up against Major League guys.
I used to ask them a lot. I used to try to learn everything from everybody, not even only the big league guys. There's a lot of people around that might know more than you do, and they might see something that you don't see, and that teach you to make a better person and a better player. And it's just trying to work with them all the time, and that makes me feel comfortable when I have to play, and it makes me feel like faith and the trust that I can do whatever they do.
You were in AA last year with the Brewers organization, now in the Atlantic League. A lot of people say the Atlantic League is on a AA level, but would you say it's better than AA, or like where Atlantic League stack up with the AA level, you think?
That's the same conversation that I have with Dennis Fitt and Felipe Paulino all the time, because I said, bro, AA, you find talent, but here you find guys that play in the big league for like 3, 4, 5 years. You find people from AAA, from AA, and it's not more than that. Like you have to be AA or plus to play in this league. So it's a lot of competition. I don't know what level you can compare it to, but it's when you see a lineup with like 3 or 4 big league guys, and then 2 AAA guys, and then 1 AA guy, you'll be like, oh wow, this is just exciting.
Skeeters infielder Javier Betancourt on the pregame show. This is a really veteran group. What is it like at age 23 being the youngest guy on this team? What have you learned from some of the other guys?
Hey, I learn every day from one other guy. I used to go hit with Dino. I used to hit with Dennis Fitt. Even when I'm not playing and one of the guys next to me just sitting, he'll teach me something about the game, especially when I'm not. I know what I have to do when I'm playing, you know what I'm saying? So this is special for me, being around a lot of experienced guys. And I'm just learning a lot, and just trying to get the opportunity to play, to do good. And then if something happens, I get picked up for another team, that's going to be God, but I'll be happy to be here just learning all the other guys right here.
You just mentioned the possibility of being picked up. What are some other goals you think for this season of yours for the Skeeters?
For this season, just to win the championship. Like as long as I'm gonna be here, I'm just gonna win every day. And the manager knows that. Even when I'm not playing, I'm just always ready to play. And I'm just always you want to win. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. You want to win, and they're enjoying it. And they're doing it right now, really good. So that's kind of the motivation that you're gonna have right now. And the team and the chemistry, everything's just perfect right now around in the clubhouse and the dugout during the game. So it's just special.
Who's got the best hair on the team?
There's what?
Who's got the best hair on the team? Would you say that's you?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Tough question, yeah.
Javier Betancourt on the pregame show. Back here in a moment.
Hey, Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, Swats and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Welcome back to Constellation Field. Time to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting York Revolution. Jared Mitchell will be in right field, and he'll be in the top spot. The switch-hitting former big leaguer batting second is Alexi Casilla. In left, Wellington Dotel, he'll be in the 3-hole. The cleanup hitter, former big leaguer and DH Melky Mesa. Michael Burgess at first, bats fifth. Ryan Dent is at short, he'll bat sixth. Batting second, seventh, Travis Witherspoon. He'll be in center field. Batting eighth is the switch-hitting third baseman, Henry Castillo. And batting ninth, catcher Luis Cruz.
Left field for Sugarland will be Courtney Hawkins. Baird Barnes, the leadoff hitter, is in center. Dennis Phipps, the man in right field. Juan Silverio at third base. Alvaro Rondon, the shortstop. Anthony Jansanti is at second base. Matt Chavez at first. Former Major League All-Star Derek Norris is behind the plate catching, and pitching in his Skeeters debut is Matt Cage.
Gage, a left-hander. He is 25 years old, 6'4", 240 pounds, born in Johnstown, New York. Selected by the Giants in the 10th round in 2014 out of Siena College, the same college that the Skeeters' Anthony Jansanti was from. Gage spent 2018 at AA and AAA with the Giants earlier this year. Had a combined 4.9 record, a 5.47 ERA, 15 appearances, 14 starts, struck out 47, walked just 18, and 75 2/3. Gage has spent all 5 seasons in affiliated ball with the Giants, peaking out at AAA. 27-34 lifetime for Gage, a 4.03 ERA. He was an All-Star in 2017. AA while he was with Richmond, went 4-4 with a 2.88 ERA. All ready to begin his Skeeters debut. The southpaw winds and deals, and this one is a strike on the outside corner. 0-1, and we're underway. Game 2 of a 7-game homestand. Game 2 also of a 7-game series, all against the York Revolution. Skeeters lost Game 1 last night by a score of 4-1. Lefty-lefty matchup here for Gage to start. This one swung and missed, and so far Gage looks sharp on his first 2 deliveries. Gage features a fastball, a sinker, and a changeup. No wind here at Constellation Field, a rarity, so guys like Mitchell will actually have a shot to hit home runs here today. Flags are limp in right center. They set up outside. The 0-2 is low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Surprising to see the wind the way it is here, Will.
Yesterday, I think it was 16 miles an hour coming from right center to start the game, and right now, no wind.
98 degrees, 37% humidity, and a south-southeast wind of 10 miles an hour. This one swung and a missed strike 3, so Gage strikes out the first batter, and he faces, as a member of the Skeeters, 1 out, none on for Alexi Casilla. Casilla was on base 4 times yesterday, walked his last 3 times at the plate, and had an infield single, so officially 1 for 2. Casilla, 6th in the league and hitting a .321, 3 home runs and 24 RBIs. Casilla, with that 1 for 2 yesterday, has now reached base 9 times with 4 hits and 5 walks, scored 4 runs in his last 3 ball games. Switch hitter bang here from the right side, chops this one foul back into left of home plate into the screen. No balls and 1 strike to count. Big gaps in right center and left center. Casey goes the other way in right center. There's a huge gap between Phipps and Barnes. They set up inside here. And this one is low and in off the mitt of Norris. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, no score here. Top of the first. Ira Liebman along with Will Scott. York begins the day a game and a half back of the Skeeters. Now this is obviously a lot more important to the Revolution than it is to the Skeeters, with Sugarland already in the playoffs, winning the first half Freedom Division title. This one is high and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here to Casilla.
This is Gage's first start since July 4th in Sacramento. Interested to see what kind of stuff he has. He hasn't pitched in about 3 weeks.
The 2-1, this one high and outside. 3 balls and a strike.
Expect Gage maybe to go 4 innings today at most. Beeler available to maybe come in after him.
The 3-1 from the southpaw. This one swung and fouled over our heads. That'll run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. Casilla last year, part of this York Revolution championship team. He had 358, 4 home runs, 34 RBIs, and on-base percentage of .410. Also had a 23-game hitting streak at one point. 15th season as a pro. Payoff pitch here by Gage. They set up outside. This one swung and missed strike 3. So Gage strikes out the first 2 batters he faces as a member of the Skeeters. So far, an impressive debut. With 2 outs, none on. Former Skeeter Wellington Dotel will step in. Wellington, the left fielder, 309, good for 9th in the league. 6 home runs, 41 RBIs. 41 ribbies, good for 8th in the league. Dotel also 86 hits, good for 4th in the league, and he is tied for 4th in the league. Excuse me, he is 3rd in the league with 4 triples. Dotel with that very wide open stance, a little more upright than normally. Pitch just misses inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Pretty good pitch there by Gage. Gage, I like the pace that he works at. Has that little delay in his windup. See right there. This one swung and fouled off to the right side. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Dotel started the season here with the Skeeters, hit 172 in 8 games. Signed with York on May 8th. Became an all-star with the Revolution this season. They set up inside here in the 1-1. Swung and nubbed off the fist to second base. Jan Santi has it, and he'll throw it to first a little bit high, but Chavez. A very quick and quiet inning for York. Impressive first inning for Gage in his Skeeters debut. They do not get the ball out of the infield with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. York goes 1-2-3. They do not score here in the top of the first. Skeeters coming to bat for the first time when we return.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Hi, this is Ira Liebman, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. I'm here to tell you about our brand new Skeeters Speakers Bureau. Make your next occasion special by inviting one of our outstanding Skeeters players, coaches, or front office staff as a guest speaker. If you'd like to schedule an appearance for your club meeting, sports banquet, or any other group outing, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com and click on the Speakers Bureau link under the Community tab. Hope to see you soon, and go Skeeters!
Spring Free Trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
Time to take a look at the starting lineup for your Sugarland Skeeters. Leading off is center fielder Barrett Barnes. Batting second is the third baseman Juan Silverio. It is the second baseman Anthony Jansanti in the 3-hole. The cleanup hitter is Courtney Hawkins. He'll be in left. At first, Matt Chavez bats fifth. Batting sixth, Albert Cordero, the DH. Derek Norris bats seventh. He'll be doing the catching. In right, it's Dennis Phipps batting eighth and batting ninth. Shortstop Alvaro Rondon.
All-star Wellington Dotel is in left field. Our player of the game from last night, Travis Witherspoon in center. Jared Mitchell in right. Henry Castillo is at third base. Ryan Dent didn't play yesterday, but he's at short tonight. Alexi Casilla is at second base. Michael Burgess at first. Catching is Luis Cruz. Pitching, Dominic Severino.
Well, Sebs Barnes, 257, 8 home runs, 31 RBIs. And the first pitch by Severino is crushed down the left side foul, 0-1.
Severino this season, 4-5 with a .480 ERA in 15 games. 38 strikeouts through 69 innings, so not a huge strikeout guy. Doesn't have a lot of walks, though, either. Only 15 walks in those 69 and a third innings pitched. Made his professional debut in 2017 with the Bluefish.
The 0-1 here by the right-hander. This one is grounded to short, backhanded by Dent. long and strong in time, and there is out number 1. Well, Severino in his last 7 starts has been very good outside of 2 outings. 2 starts ago, in a 13-4 loss, he went just 2 2/3, allowed 6 earned runs. And then if you go back 2 starts before that, he allowed 4 earned runs in 3 innings. But outside of that, just 1 earned run or less in the other 5 starts. In fact, last 3 starts, you look at that record, 0-1, a 4.30 ERA. In 2 of those 3 starts, he has 1 combined run allowed. It was 2 starts ago where he allowed those 6 earned runs in 2 2/3. A little deceiving. He has not beaten the Skeeters this year. 0-2 with a 6.40 ERA. This one is low. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out and none on. Bottom of the first, no score. And he might be in trouble with Skeeters. Get some guys on base. The Points are hitting .344 with runners on. This one is through the left side for a base hit by Silverio. Juan continues his hot hitting. Juan last night did not have a hit. He's hitting terrific in his first 6 games with the Skeeters. Well, in steps Anthony Jansanti. Anthony, 283, 13 home runs now, 2nd in the league, and 36 RBIs for Anthony. And now 2 former Connecticut products going at it. Anthony from Connecticut, and Silverio went to Central Connecticut State. Squares to bunt here, but takes the first strike on the outside corner. Severino is pretty talented as well. At Central Connecticut State, he hit .268 with 8 home runs and 64 ribbies. Anthony open stance on the right side. I know his pants mighty baggy these days. Manny Ramirez-esque. 1 on, 1 out. No score here in the bottom of the first. Skeeters only got 1 run last night and a 4-1 victory. There goes Silverio, and this one is fouled off on a hit and run. And I haven't gotten a chance to see Silverio run yet. Looked like he got a pretty good jump there.
Jansanti hitting .333 this season against Severino. Severino's thrown 3 starts against Sugar Land. First 2 didn't go great, but his last one he went 5 scoreless innings and a no decision.
0-2 here on the Skeeters' second baseman. They'll set up outside. The right-hander looks over his left shoulder, comes home. Silverio does not go this time. This one is low, 1-2 on number 21. A little earlier contest here today, so the Shadows just at home plate now. In fact, Jansanti's head is in the sun. Everybody else in the sun except for the catcher, Luis Cruz. Got to think the earlier starts take a little bit more toll on the pitchers, staying in that sun for an extra 20, 30 minutes.
I mean, absolutely, it's tough. Especially for the outfielders as well, having to, battle fly balls in the sun.
Speaking of which, I don't think Wellington Dotel could play any deeper unless he's on the sports court. I mean, he is like a few feet in front of the warning track.
You could probably drain a 3-pointer from out there.
They're going to set up outside on Jansanti. And Silverio stays put. This one blooped into right center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Good read by Juan. He'll round second, head for third. Going to be close and just gets in there. Good read by Juan Silverio. And now it is first and third with only 1 away.
Yeah, bloop single into center field. The center fielder, Witherspoon, wasn't playing nearly as deep as Dotel, but still pretty far back. Didn't really have a chance to get that one. It was a good throw, though, into third base to Castillo. Tag was very close, but a good slide by Silverio.
All right, now Courtney Hawkins, who already leads the league in RBIs, will have a chance to get another one. Comes in at .285, 17 home runs, tied for first, and 61 ribbies, sole possession of first. See if he can get one at least deep enough for a sac fly or more. They set up low and away here. And this one is swung and missed. No balls and 1 strike to count here on Hawkins from Severino. No score here, bottom of the first. Skeeters threatening to score first with runners on the corners and only 1 down. Open stance from the right side for Hawkins. Leans on that back foot. Stands deep in the box and close to the plate. They set him outside again here. And there goes Jansanti. A throw will never get him. A missile into second. Jansanti. Man, he picks up some speed when he slides. And that stolen base for Anthony is now stolen base number 18. Remember, he had 31 last year.
Well, it wasn't a great throw from Cruz. Castilla kind of had to adjust to prevent that from going in the outfield, and was watching Silverio at third base. He was ready to go if he had the opportunity.
Oh, now no double play for Severino to get him out of this. Base hit would give the Skeeters a 2-0 lead. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Hawkins, and now he asks for timeout as Severino just taking way too long. It was the 77th stolen base for the Skeeters, so they're just short of being an 80-80 team. 80 home runs, 80 stolen bases. Home runs are 15 more than these Revolution, who are second in the league. They playing here at Constellation Field, a monumental task. This one a little bit low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike on number 1-2, Courtney Hawkins. And so far, Severino and the Skeeters doing what they do best, making pitchers burn out quickly. 12 pitches so far already for Severino, and still only 1 away with runners on second and third. Huge gap in right center if Hawkins can go the other way. The 2-1, Swan a hit high in the air to left center field. This is going to be at least 1, if not more. Witherspoon will track it down. Jansanti will remain at second. Coming down to score is Silverio, and the Skeeters take a 1-0 lead here in the first. For Hawkins, RBI number 62.
Well, he continues to rack up more RBIs. That one, a deep fly ball into left. Thought it may have had a chance when it left the bat with especially no wind being blown here at Constellation Field. But nonetheless, Skeeters able to get a run in the first.
And when the Skeeters strike first in a game, they are 41-11, so 30 games over 500. Compared to when the opponent scores first, 6 games under 500 and 11-17. Well, in since Matt Chavez. Matt, 327, good for 4th in the league. 6 home runs, 44 RBIs. And the 44 Ribbies tied for 7th. There goes Jansanti. Get to third, but the ground ball to the shortstop. Throw to first in time, and that will do it. 6-3 on the Betancourt. First in the first, they get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base through 1 inning of play. It is the Skeeters 1 and the York Revolution nothing here in Sugar Land.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Hi folks, this is Blaine Law, the owner of the Lost Cajun in Rosenberg, Texas at the Brazos Town Center. I'd like to introduce you to the Lost Cajun.
This is Griff, the Lost Cajun, and we're so glad to be in Rosenberg, Texas. Come out, folks, and meet us. Try some great food, seafood gumbo, chicken and sausage gumbo, crawfish etouffee, red beans and rice lobster bisque, and jambalaya. Les bon temps roulé. Let the good times roll.
Oh, they got that food to go in there. Cater that gator too. 281-762-0512.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Hi, I'm Kim Holstead with Coldwell Banker United Realtors in Sugar Land. Go Skeeters!
Back here at Constellation Field, where the Skeeters lead 1-0. Skeeters' newest acquisition, Matt Gage, is really phenomenal in the first inning, a 1-2-3 inning. With 2 Ks and a ground out, we'll face the meat of the order, 4, 5, and 6. Melky Mesa, Michael Burgess, and Ryan Dent. Got an interesting note on Melky. First pitch here, low and in. Well, hear a name like Melky, and you got to think, well, that's short for something. And it is. His real name is Melchizedek.
Really?
Yeah, an 11-letter. This is a spelling bee one for you, Melchizedek. This one is right back to Gage. He'll toss it to first. And again, another quick out here. Melchizedec. Melchizedek. No wonder he goes by Melky.
So there's been a couple of, baseball players named Melky Cabrera. I wonder if that also Melchizedek's there.
It has to be.
Yeah.
To test your Spanish, what does his last name mean? This is a gimme. This is a layup.
Mesa?
Mesa.
A table?
There you go. Very good.
Yes. Let's go.
Well, in steps Michael Burgess. And that just means Burgess.
Professor Estrada would be very proud.
We're all proud, Will. No balls and 1 strike to the left-hander hitting first baseman. 233, 11 home runs, 38 RBIs. The 38 Ribbies are 9th in the Atlantic League. This one swung and a miss, then a ball low and away. And quickly 0-2. And so far, what impresses you about Gage?
I mean, I kind of figured he might be rusty his first time he's pitched in 3 weeks, but he just looks really comfortable out there. That's what I'm impressed with. He looks confident, and so far, so good.
Yeah, throwing lots of strikes. The 0-2. This one swung and fouled off just to the left of the screen. Take a look at his pitch count. Yeah, it's very good. 18 pitches so far. An exact 2-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio. 12 for strikes, 6 for balls. I mentioned Beeler back. Those are 2 new guys into the starting rotation. It's just unbelievable how much better the Skeeters keep getting. There's one way high and tight, 1-2.
And we, talked about it, the All-Star break, losing Beeler, losing Coleman, Kubica retiring. There's a lot of question marks surrounding this team, and sure enough, Pete Incaviglia does what he does best, and that's reload, and this team has the best second-half record in the Freedom Division.
Yeah, Juan Silverio replaced Kubica, really, when you think about the bat. This one just to up the first base line. Gage will have to hurry. He'll fire it to first. Inside the baseline, and Chavez grabs it quickly and pulls back his mitt before his arm gets taken off. And another 1-3 putout. So after striking out the first 2 batters of the game, he gets the next 3 via the ground ball, including 2 back to him. The last 2 has himself a chance for another 1-2-3 inning here. I'll bring in Ryan Dent, who had the night off yesterday. Dent 248, 9 home runs, 33 RBIs. And Dent, not your prototypical shortstop type size. He is 6'190". He's a big boy. Looks more like a catcher, kind of stocky. Open stance from the right side, stands high in the box, which is probably as rare these days as a closed stance. This one hit into left center field. That's going to be a base hit. So after retiring 5 straight to start this one for Gage, he allows the hit to Dent. 1 on 2 out for Travis Witherspoon. Witherspoon, a big night last night. He was 2 for 5. He had a single, a double, and RBI, but even in he made out, the big turning point of the game is he struck out in his 3rd at bat, but the ball got past Cordero, so it was a strikeout, but he reached first on the strikeout pass ball, and that eventually led to 2 runs, which gave the Revolution a 3-1 lead, and they would go on to win by a score of 4-1. First pitch to the right-handed hitter. This one a strike on the inside corner. Teaspoon ducked back the knees there. Catches it for a strike.
Have you always called him Teaspoon?
Well, I didn't make that up. It's in the York Revolution media guide.
Really?
So he goes by Teaspoon. I'm sure it was given to him by teammates, like T-Mac and those kind of things. Speaking of T-Mac, we have a Skeeters bobblehead doll for
I'm excited about that.
Former NBA star and now NBA Hall of Famer and former Skeeters pitcher who started the All-Star game here in 2014 for Sugarland when it was the Skeeters versus the rest of the league. So technically everybody in the Skeeters was an All-Star that year. The 0-2 is high, 1-2.
Have you seen Juice Jr., Elijah, recently?
Yes.
He's kind of sporting the T-Mac haircut.
No, I didn't catch it. He's over wearing a hat.
I kept calling him T-Mac.
1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 down here. Skeeters leading 1-0 here in the top of the second. The lefty, Matt Gage, looks at first. A double take. Now comes home. This one swung on and missed. Strike 3. Gage's 3rd strikeout already here in the first 2 innings. 3 away. Allows just the 1 hit. He has retired 6 of the first 7 he has faced. And in the middle of the second, it is still the Skeeters 1 and the Revolution nothing. Hi, I'm Ira Lieben, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time. Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter!
Salon Evan and Day Spa is the premier of Veda Concept Salon in Sugarland. Locally owned and family operated since 1989. Let our Aveda trained stylists take you to the highest level of satisfaction with the latest techniques for coloring, highlighting, and precision haircuts. Treat yourself to our famous Aveda facial, a relaxing massage, or a signature manicure and pedicure. Have an ultimate salon experience today at Salon Evan and Day Spa. 281-980-5160. 281-980-5160.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field. Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Bottom of the second, Skeeters are trying to add to their 1-0 lead here by sending up 6, 7, and 8. Albert Cordero, Derek Norris, and Dennis Phipps. And well, we talked about it yesterday. Now that you have a guy like Juan Silverio who plays not just third but a phenomenal third base, you can switch on and off catching and DH with Cordero and Norris to keep them both fresh. And that's exactly what Pete Incaviglia has done here in the first 2 games. Norris last night was the catcher, or was the DH, excuse me, and now Cordero, the DH here today.
We saw Norris really hustling to first base a couple times. I mean, really showcasing his speed that you wouldn't see if he was catching.
It's hard. People don't realize, I mean, your legs are burnt down after catching 5, 6, 7 innings, and each at bat must get harder and harder. A lot of catchers will tell you hitting is just a bonus. 1 ball and no strikes to count. They set up low and away, and this one is swollen and missed. You think even guys like Molina, you wonder if he was a full-time DH, how much better his numbers would be. And his numbers are pretty impressive as it is. Now look at Joe Mauer. I mean, his numbers have been very consistent since they moved him to first. They were worried about him burning out behind the dish. So one hit down the left field line. Dotel shading his eyes, long run, and he'll grab it. Going into foul territory. Officially a foul out to left field. Good play by the speedy left fielder. I don't think he initially even picked it up. Just knew about the direction it was hit, then picked it up and ran down into that corner and run down. Derek Norris will bat, the Skeeters catcher. Comes in at .252, 7 home runs and 34 RBIs for Norris. Norris last 10 games, just 9 for 40, a .225 mark. So it's kind of what we were talking about. Maybe Norris will kind of pick it back up now that he's not catching every single day. This one a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike to count.
That's a problem for most big league teams. Finding a catcher that can hit. The American League specifically, the starting catcher Perez in the All-Star game was just hitting .218, and he got in as a starter.
Yeah, that's hard. Perez, sometimes you make All-Star teams on your past, and even years he was snubbed. I mean, he certainly was snubbed the years the Royals went to the World Series, and he was a phenomenal hitting catcher. In fact, he was the World Series MVP. The 1-1, even former Skeeters manager Gary Gaetti, if you look at his 2 best years, he did make the All-Star team and then made it 2 years in a row, which was nowhere near what he did the previous 2 years. So sometimes, kind of like the Gold Glove, you kind of get there in things you've done in the past.
Well, Max Stassi, who's the Astros catcher, I think he's leading American League catchers in batting average. He's hitting .244.
Yeah, interesting you bring up Stassi, as this one is chop foul. Most people didn't know, even when we were in New Britain, that Brock Stassi, one of their hitters, is Max Stassi's brother.
Really?
I didn't know that until the final 2 games against New Britain.
Well, you know,
the New Britain folks didn't know.
Stassi's really stepped up in Brian McCann's absence. McCann being put on the disabled list, he might be out till playoff time.
Righty-righty matchup here. 2-2 the count here on Norris. They set up outside. This one in the dirt. That'll run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Norris, 43 walks. And is tied for it. 4th in the league in walks with those 43. He's tied for 7th in the league in doubles with 16. Payoff pitch. Swan hit the other way. Foul down the first base side. Another good at bat here by Norris, and I think he broke his bat, and he did. So we will see a 7th pitch with a new piece of wood. Skeeters are leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. 1 out, none on. For Severino, this might be torture, just kind of sitting out there and baking while Norris gets a new piece of wood.
You know, we're just talking about, you know, catchers, and that really makes you appreciate someone like Buster Posey, who's played catcher his whole career and still is able to put up solid numbers. .320 batting average last year in All-Star. This year, 282, which named the All-Star team again.
Just wonder if, even if he plays, say, 16 years, you wonder, could he have played 20 if he wasn't a full-time catcher? 3 balls and 2 strikes to count here on Norris. Pitch number 7 from Severino is hit foul, so you will see an 8th pitch. That was pitch number 24 for Severino. 16 for strikes, 8 for balls. Exactly a 2-to-1 strike to ball ratio. Norris is in the shade, and he takes off the helmet to brush off the sweat on his forehead. So imagine how Severino feels out there on the mound, baking in the sun. Pitch number 8 here to Norris. This one fouled off to the right side. You'll see a 9th pitch. And this is what a good team will do, especially a good hitter. So you will see at least 9 pitches, maybe a 10th. I mean, you can get in and out of an inning in 10 pitches, let alone throwing it all to one batter. See if they go outside again. Nope. They're going to move on the inside portion. This one is grounded toward short. Right at Dent. He'll pound his mitt. Throw it to first a little high. Little crow hop there by Burgess at first, but he'll bring it down for out number 2. It's now 4 straight retired by Severino as Dennis Phipps steps in. Phipps, the right-handed hitting right fielder, 273. 7 home runs and 27 RBIs for Dennis. Phipps getting hot again. He is 10 for his last 20 over his last 7 ball games and even 500 with a double, a home run, and 7 RBIs in those 7 games. He's been on base 14 times in those 7 games with 4 walks as well. Big swing and a miss here on a big looping curveball. No balls and 1 strike to count. 1-0 Skeeters in front here in the bottom of the second. Now the wind has picked up. It was limp when this game started. Center field. Tends to swirl here throughout the course of the game. They set up away, and the 0-1 a check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. No balls and 2 strikes here on Phipps. Severino closing in on 30 pitches here in the second. This pitch will be pitch number 29. The 0-2. This one is through the wickets of Severino. He pounds his mitt right into center field for a base hit. That's a scary moment. Right through the old 5-hole. A 2-out single here as Phipps continues his hot hitting. Now 11 for his last 21. Alvaro Rondon will step in. Alvaro 275, no home runs. Got RBI number 30 last night. Alvaro went 1 for 4 with an RBI single, drove in the only Skeeters run. Still looking for that elusive first home run. Not going to get it now as the wind picks up, unfortunately, as he steps in. This one is high. Trying to think the home run. If the wind's not blowing, it might be here. I mean, Lancaster and York both have the high wall in right field, and Lancaster it's higher in right field. Southern Maryland, certainly no picnic in right field. Somerset, actually very difficult.
New Britain?
Now it's 25-foot walls all the way around. He'd have to really hit it a ton. Maybe at the Road Warriors ballpark. Oh, wait. No, they don't have a ballpark. The 1-0. This one is sharply hit down the left side. And that's the other part. Rondon hits the ball on the nose. I mean, he could smoke a ball, but it's always a small, short line drive.
Well, you know, talking to him the other day, and we just posted the interview on our YouTube channel, but, you know, he says that he feels like when he puts the ball in the air, it's going to be a flyout. So he says he really tries to, just hit line drives, and it's been working for him this year.
He knows that's going to happen. If he tries to hit the ball in the air, he's going to have that warning track power. He's hitting well, so why mess with it? The 1-1 here from the right-hander, Severino. Squares the bunt here, and a good one left side of the mound. Severino off bounce, throws it to first, and it's off the mid of Michael Burgess. Backed up nicely by the second baseman, Castillo. Could be a bunt single. Phipps goes down to third. That was gutsy with a strike.
Yeah, Rondon's so good at putting those bunts down. He didn't square the bunt until after the ball was released. It caught Severino off guard, makes the throw to first base, and I don't know, even with a clean catch by Burgess, I don't know if Rondon, I think Rondon would have gotten there safely anyway.
Oh, a hit, a bunt single there for Alvaro. Now 2 on, 2 out. Runners on the corners as we go back to the top of the order with Barrett Barnes. Barnes 257, 8 home runs, and 31 RBIs for Barrett. Barnes hitting .333 over his last 6 games, going 7 for 21 with 4 home runs and 7 RBIs. This one is high, 1-0. Skeeters looking at extending innings here. 32 pitches here in the second already for Severino. Barnes wearing those bright green cleats. Feet close together. Deep in the box, close to the plate. They set up away, and there goes Rondon, and he'll steal 20 for the 5th time in his career. 20th steal of the season for Alvaro.
Well, Cruz pumped to throw that, but there was nobody manning second base, and wisely not making the throw. I'm not really sure why Casilla or Denton try to get over and play second base, or field second base right there.
Jan Sandy already stole a base, so it's the 2nd stolen base of the game, 78th of the year for the Skeeters. The 1-1, swung and a miss, 1-2 on Barnes.
Just one base hit. Now we'll make this a 3-0 game.
Well, Barnes is second in the league in walks with 47. He is also first in the league in hit by pitches with 11. Skeeters leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the second, trying to make it more with runners on second and third, and 2 down. They set up away, and this one is in the dirt, smothered by Cruz. Now to run the count here to Barnes, to 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 on. Again, the Skeeters up by 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Severino gets a sign here from Cruz. Let's see if they go back outside again here on Barnes. They do. And this one is fisted foul. That won't be just over the Skeeters dugout, about 3 rows back. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 run on 4 hits for the Skeeters. No runs on 1 hit for the Revolution. No errors on either side of the ledger. Shadows now creeping towards the base of the mound. The catcher Cruz and first baseman Michael Burgess in the shade. Everybody else is in the sun. Good at bat here by Barnes. Severino turns his back before he gets set. And the 2-2. Swung on, popped up. Severino points it out behind the plate. And that one is going to be foul just above us here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count remains here on Barnes.
And you were about to stick your hand out there and make that catch.
Oh, I was going to pounce on that one. That one had the perfect trajectory to actually
I know.
come in here. It was straight
close.
up and coming straight down, but carried a little bit too far. Again, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Skeeters leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. They set up inside this time, and this one is low and in, 3-2. Now, first base is open, so Severino, if he wants to, he could pitch around Barnes and pitch to Silverio with the bases loaded, who already has a single here today. Or at least trying to make a really good pitch, and if he loses them, he loses them. That would be the approach I would take. I want to just throw it down the middle just because it's 3-2. They're going to set up away, and the 3-2 is swung and missed strike 3, and that will do it. For Severino, Skeeters have a chance but do not score. They get no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base through 2. It is still the Skeeters in front, 1-0 here over the Revs.
Where can you go to beat the heat and enjoy some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music and a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for more information.
Sweet 96 is a brand new radio station designed just to serve Sugar Land and Fort Bend County. But we can't build the best without your help. Spread the word about our good work and we'll do the same. Like us on Facebook at Sweet 96 FM or drop us an email at our website, sweet96.com. Together, we will build a better city and Fort Bend County. If it's important to you, it's important to us at the all-new Sweet 96.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
Top of the 3rd inning. Skeeters up 1-0. York will bat 8-9-1 here against Skeeters lefty Matt Gage. Henry Castillo, Luis Cruz, then back to the top of the order with Jared Mitchell. Castillo, the switch hitter, batting here from the right side against the Skeeters left-hander. .333, no home runs, 2 RBIs. Big swing and a miss here. No balls and 1 strike to count. Gage gets a lot of swings and misses. Gage has a sinker and a change, along with his fastball. They set up inside in the 0-1. Swung and a missed again, 0-2.
20 strikes, just 8 balls from Gage so far. 28 total pitches.
Also like the pace that he worked at, fairly quick pace. He winds and fires the 0-2, swung and a miss. Foul tipped into the mid of Derek Norris, 2nd straight strikeout, 4th K of the day, and there's 1 away. A 1 out, none on for the number 9 hitter, catcher, the right-hander hitting Luis Cruz. Cruz will mosey on in, .233, a home run and 23 RBIs for Luis. Cruz wears that shin guard on the front foot. Some guys go through strange routines. He stepped in, took a practice swing, then stepped out. Should be the other way around. This one is right down the middle. Good off-speed pitch. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Cruz last year was at AAA with the Cardinals at Springfield. Signed in mid-season with the Revolution, hit .276, 5 home runs, 29 RBIs in 67 games. Another swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes to count. 8th season as a pro for the catcher Cruz. 2nd in the Atlantic League, both with York. The 0-2 coming here from the Skeeters southpaw. They set up inside. He'll kick, fire, and this one is a chopper. Strange hop. And it's going to be a race to the bank to first. Will Gage get there in time? No! Now they're saying he was pulled off the bag, which is not the correct call by the umpire. So assuming that the umpire meant that he missed it, but that was not the right signal. He pushed away with both hands, meaning he was pulled off the bag. It's like when a first baseman stretches and pulls his foot off the bag. So I guess he missed it.
I thought he beat him to the bag.
So did I. Going to take another look at that here. Get to the replay here in a moment. Oh, it's going to be an infield single regardless, or at least now. Let's see here. I think he did miss the bag. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here on Mitchell. 1 out, 1 on. Skeeters leading 1-0 here in the top of the 3rd. The 1-2. Swanee hit into right center field. That's going to fall in for a hit. Around second, hitting for third is Cruz. Here comes the throw. They got a shot. Good tag by Silverio, and just getting in there is Cruz. And just like that, first and third with 1 down. Mitchell remains at first. Now to bring in the switch hitting former big leaguer Alexi Casilla.
It's a good throw from Phipps, right on the money, just maybe a second late.
Norris will step in front of home, flash a few signs in case the runner at first, Mitchell, who's got plenty of speed, 23 in all, tied for 3rd in the league. If he goes, 34-year-old former big leaguer will step in here. The switch hitter batting here from the right side. And first a throw to first. Mitchell gets back easily standing up. And Casilla was an all-star at AA in the Eastern League in 2006 when he played in New Britain. That was for the then Rockets, the AA affiliate of the Twins. And later that year, he was in the big leagues for the very first time with the Twins. It's been 9 games there that year. Was back in the big leagues the following year. And a lot of years after that, 2006 through 2012 with the Minnesota Twins, then 2013 with the Orioles, and 2014 there as well with the O's. Squaring to bunt here, but taking it high for ball 1 is Casilla.
Gage from Johnstown, New York, about 60 miles east of Syracuse.
You have a chance to go see them play that. What, the Johnstown Jammers?
I'm on it. Let me see.
Gage holds, but he's going to go to first. And again, Mitchell back in plenty of time.
It's a small town, just 8,000 people, so I don't know if they...
Gage really his first jam here today. Skeeters leading 1-0. And squares the bunt again. Takes us one high outside 2-0.
They had a minor league team there in the 1940s. It was a affiliate with the Brooklyn Dodgers, but they no longer have a minor league team there.
Who were they when they were?
The Glovers.
The Glovers. They set up inside here on Casilla. This one is high 3-0, and Gage in danger of loading the bases here.
Also in danger of issuing his first walk.
On deck, the always difficult Wellington Dotel. Garcia awaiting the 3-0. Again, they set up inside. This one hit high in the air to left center field. That'll be plenty deep enough to get Cruz home. Barnes will fire it into second, and we're all tied up at 1 apiece here in the third. A sac fly RBI will be the 25th of the season for Casilla. Remaining at first is Mitchell. And with 2 outs, 1 in and 1 on, Wellington Dotel will step in. Wellington grounded out to second his first time up. Dotel and Jansanti played together in Bridgeport in 2016. Throw to first. Mitchell will probably go here if Dotel falls behind in the count. Again, 23 steals for Mitchell, tied for third in the Atlantic League. No coincidence, he is second in runs scored with 54 in the league. And squares the bunt here. This one gets away from Norris, though. It was not a foul tip. I'll go down as a wild pitch. And Mitchell now in at second.
Yeah, that's huge. It's the speedy Mitchell in scoring position now with Dotel in, who is hitting .325. Dotel, though, just hitting .210 in his last 10 games. His 4th season in the Atlantic League.
1 ball and no strikes to count on Dotel. Gage looks at second. Kicks, fires home. And this one is high and outside. And struggling over the last 3 batters now. Closing in on 40 pitches. That one was pitch number 39. 25 for strikes, 14 for balls.
For Dotel will be swinging away here if this is anywhere close to the strike zone.
The 2-0 from the lefty. This one is fouled just over our heads here behind home plate. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Every now and then you see a hit and run without a force, like here with a runner at second and nobody behind him at first. I always think it's a bit risky. Oh, 40 pitches now for Gage. Shadows now at the feet of Gage on the mound, and Dotel's finally had enough. Gage was just taking forever out there. Mention was a quick worker. Slowing down here a little bit in the third, though, with 1 already in. This one way outside. On the count of 3-1. A dangerous count now. Good hitters count for Dotel. 1-1 here in the top of the third. 1 in here for the York Revolution, who have tied this game. See if they go outside this time. Norris moves away. And the 3-1 is hit right back up the middle, but there's Anthony Jansanti on the grass. And he'll throw it to first. And the put out, Anthony was just to the right of second and keeps this one tied. But the Revolution make it a brand new ball game. They get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Middle of the third, 1-1 between the Skeeters and the Revolution.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Skeeters fans, end your weekend with Skeeters baseball at Constellation Field for Sunday Fun Day. We have something for everyone. Play catch in the outfield, and your favorite Skeeters players will be signing autographs before the game. Also, after the game, all kids will be able to run the bases. Constellation Field has everything you need for a fun, family-friendly, affordable day at the ballpark. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Find stories that will inspire and surprise. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. See all that the Hall of Fame and Museum has to offer and plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Bottom of the third. Skeeters no longer in the lead. We are tied at 1. They'll try to get it back by sending up Juan Silverio, Anthony Jansanti, and Courtney Hawkins. 2, 3, and 4 here for Sugarland. Silverio 1 for 1 with a run scored. Game in batting .308. Had 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. First pitch by the right-hander. Severino is hit in the air deep to left field. Going back is Dotel, looking up, and this one's gone! Oh, a 2-1 Skeeters lead, just like that. The third home run for Silverio, and he has not been here long. In his 8th game, he's got 3 long balls already.
Well, he went 0 for 4 last night, but he has been making up for that. Already 2 for 2 with a home run, and his miraculous start to his young Skeeters career continues, Ira.
Well, in steps Anthony Jansanti, who singled and stole a base his first time up. Well, Skeeters don't waste any time getting the lead back. That's the 81st home run for the Skeeters this season. Now, what seemed like an impossible task to break the team home run record in less games, 13 less this season, just 127 game schedule compared to 140. The Skeeters now way ahead of that pace. This is game number 80, and they have 81 home runs now. The 2-0. This one is a chopper towards short. Dent has it. He flings it sidearm to first. A little low, but grabbed by Burgess. And there's one down. Well, that'll bring in Courtney Hawkins, the cleanup hitter, who drove in the first Skeeters run with the sac fly RBI. 285 coming in, 17 home runs now, 62 ribbies with his RBI tonight. The Skeeters now 2 runs on 5 hits. York 1 run on 3. They set up away, and the first pitch, a big bender, and it just misses a little bit low, 1-0. And pitch is piling up quickly now for Severino. A good strike-to-ball ratio, exactly 2-1, 30 for strikes, 15 for balls. 45 pitches, though, here in the third. It's 1 a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Hawkins. And Pete and Gavilla talking on the Manager Show this week about building a team for this field. That's exactly what he did. Got a very heavy right-handed hitting team. Guys like Silverio and Hawkins and Barnes and Jansanti. Of course, Cordero, switch hitter, also bats from the right side. This one half a swing, but he went around. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Hawkins.
Yeah, the only left-handed hitter in this Skeeters lineup is Alvaro Rondon, batting out of the 9 hole.
Was not really a power hitter anyway, so. The 2-2. This one is low. Going to run the count full 3-2. Talked about Hawkins raising his average. 70 points. In a little over a month. This one is popped up. Who wants it? The catcher. Cruz pointing it out near the mound. The shortstop, Dent, now on top of the mound, pulls that one down because that would have been impossible for the pitcher to get, who was standing right there. I don't know why the pitcher has to vacate the mound like he's never fielded a baseball before. I mean, all these guys have, they're professional players.
Well, that was a tough play for Dent, too, coming in almost tripping as he went over the mound. So, I mean, you're right. That would have made a lot more sense for Severino to make that catch.
So 2 down now. In steps Matt Chavez, who grounded after short his first time up. Matt, 327, 6 home runs, 44 RBIs, and he's closing in on his career high in hits. Just 6 away now. 103 hits, second in the Atlantic League. Passing the boot here for Juan Silverio's home run. It's his first home run here at Constellation Field. His other 2 are on the road, so I'm sure he's going to say, hey, I like hitting him here at Constellation Field. This one is foul down the right side. That one on the steps. 1 ball and 1 strike the count here on Chavez. Skeeters with a 2-1 lead. Got a run in the first, and both teams have exchanged runs here in the third. Silverio's now over 50 pitches. Slow grounded to third. Castilla has it. A high throw over the head of first baseman Michael Burgess. That goes into the stands, and it'll be second base awarded for Chavez. Wow, it took him an airmailing one. A 2-base error.
Yeah, I was ready to pencil that in as a 5-3 putout, but my goodness, that was way over the head of Burgess. And just like that, Chavez in scoring position. Sugar Land could extend their lead.
Extends the inning for Severino. His pitch count is getting very, very high here. 53 pitches so far here in the third. That'll bring in Cordero. Hitting from the left side with that wind. Not going to be good for him to hit one out here, but keep it low. There's a big gap in right center. Now, if he hits it there, he might run all night. Cordero fouled out deep down the left field line to Wellington Dotel. Comes in, though, 291, 10 home runs, 44 RBIs. This one is low. 1 ball and no strikes here to Cordero.
You know, that's always tough for a pitcher to mentally recover when you think you're out of the inning. Severino's walking off the mound, and his defense just couldn't make that play. Now he's got to regroup and face Cordero.
Cordero hitting an even 300 with 2 down and runners on in scoring position. There's one, a strike, catches the inside corner, 1-1, 30 at bats. In that situation, a home run and 12 RBIs as well as that even 300 batting average. Skeeters leading 2-1. The right-hander looks at second, kicks and fires home. This one is smacked foul down the left side. That one goes right into the picnic plaza and then back out on the field to Wellington Dotel in a pinball-esque shot. You a pinball guy?
Man, I was when I was a kid.
I was grading that one with a curve. I was almost ready for you to say I've never played a pinball machine.
No, pinball's fun.
1 ball and 2 strikes here on Cordero. A set up on the inside portion of the plate. This one hit down the left field line. That is just foul. Wow, that was close.
Yeah, Cordero thought he had a RBI double. So he's got to go back, and he's still down to the count 1-2. But you were in Colorado Springs for a little bit. You never went to Manitou and played in the Penny Arcade?
I did.
You did?
Cool. And the really cool thing about Manitou Springs is there was a water fountain there. When you drank out of it, it was seltzer, and I thought, that's kind of a cool, interesting idea. But then they told me, no, that's the natural water that comes out. And I was thinking, that's just impossible. So there was this kind of pond there, and I scooped out a little thing and took a sip, and I was like, wow, it's seltzer out of the water here. That's awesome. This went high and tight. It's like having a chocolate water fountain. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count.
Did you play pinball in the Penny Arcade?
I played most of the old school games that I haven't seen in a while. I can't remember what they had there, but a good place right next to Minute Maid Park. Joysticks, always fun to go to. They have all the pinball, all the old school games, Donkey Kong and all those types, Space Invaders and whatnots. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Cordero. They set up inside. And this one is swung in a slow grounder to second. Castilla has it. He'll throw it to first, and that'll do it. Take the lead on Juan Silverio's 3rd home run of the year. A third of the way through, Skeeters up 2-1 here over the Revolution.
Want to watch a Skeeters game in style? We have just what you need. Our game day suites are ideal for entertaining clients, rewarding employees, networking, and even celebrating personal milestones. Let us make it easy for you. Suite rentals come with food and soft drinks, parking privileges, and even access to our Insperity Club. Drinking packages are also available. To plan your event, call us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field, Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
We move to the top of the 4th inning. Skeeters back out in front. Will his way through the next few. Our own Will Scott, sir. It's all yours.
Thank you. Skeeters leading the Revs 2-1 as we begin action in the 4th inning. Melky Mesa will lead things off. What did you say Melky was short for?
I gotta look it up again. It's a tough one. Let's see. It's Melchizedek.
Melchizedek. Say that 3 times fast.
Melchizedek. Melquissedec.
And Melky fouls one to the left side. No ball, 1 strike count on the former New York Yankee. Melky was actually the Florida State League MVP in Single A in 2010. Signed with the Yanks as an international free agent in 2003 as a 16-year-old.
A lot of guys out of Dominican signing that young. I mean, scouts will always tell you it's very hard. Even the good scouts will tell you it's very hard to project a kid who's 18, what they're going to be like, how their body fills out at 22. It's got to be 10 times more difficult to try to figure that out at 16. I mean,
it's unbelievable.
You're like a sophomore in high school. I mean, granted, you're probably the same size as you were as a sophomore in high school, but
just about.
Most of us are not. And by most of us, I mean everybody else but us.
0-2 pitch on the way to the designated hitter. Right over the plate, got him looking. Strike 3, strikeout number 5 for Matt Gage in his Skeeters debut. And there's one down here in the 4th. Well, you know, it's interesting, Ira, because Carlos Correa was drafted number 1 overall as a 17-year-old.
Yeah, that's
number 1 overall pick. Not just signed, but drafted number 1 overall. And you know, a lot of people thought the Astros were crazy for doing that, but
I mean, Bryce Harper, same thing at 18.
Yeah. Made his debut at 19.
Has there been a 16-year-old drafted first overall? I'm going to guess no.
Michael Burgess will step in, batting here from the left side. Lefty against a lefty matchup. Burgess 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Norris sets up outside. Pitch from Gage on the way, and it's swung on and missed. So just like that, Burgess down in the count against Matt Gage. No balls, 2 strikes. Skeeters leading the Revolution 2-1 in Game 2 of this 7-game series. Swung on and missed. Got him to chase outside. Back-to-back strikeouts for Matt Gage. At 6 total now. And with 2 outs and nobody on base, Ryan Dent, the shortstop, will step in.
Well, if he can finish off this inning fairly quickly, going to get 5 out of him, that would be Probably more than you would hope after taking a few weeks off, being out of action.
Here comes the delivery from Gage, and that is swung on and hit toward the third baseman Silverio, and the throw to first is in time to retire Dent. So a 1-2-3 inning, which featured 2 strikeouts from Matt Gage. Fourth, Skeeters leading the Revs 2-1.
Hey folks, this is Blaine Law, the owner of the Lost Cajun in Rosenberg, Texas at the Brazos Town Center. I'd like to introduce you to the Lost Cajun.
This is Griff, the Lost Cajun, and we're so glad to be in Rosenberg, Texas. Come out, folks, and meet us. Try some great food, seafood gumbo, chicken and sausage gumbo, crawfish etouffee, red beans and rice lobster biscuits, and jambalaya. Les bon temps roulé. Let the good times roll.
Oh, they got that food to go in there. Cater that Gator too. 281-762-0512.
Hi, I'm Ira Lehman, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
Spring Free Trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
Skeeters leading the Revolution 2-1 as we begin action in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Will Scott alongside Ira Liebman, bringing you game 2 of this 7-game series against York. Derek Norris steps in to face Severino. Here comes the first pitch from Dominic Severino to Norris, and that's low and inside for a ball. 1-0 count to Dino, who is back behind the plate tonight after DHing last night. Cruz sets up outside, and that is chopped foul to the left side. One ball, one strike count to the Skeeters catcher. Wind picking up, blowing in from right center field. No wind at the start of the game. That's a different story right now. And Dino looks at ball 2 from Severino, Central Connecticut State alum.
What are they, Mr. I know every mascot in the entire
The Blue
West
Devils.
Country. Blue Devils. I think that's been done. Didn't the Duke team have that same name?
That's right. 3-1 count. And at Central Connecticut State, it's interesting because he was actually a better hitter than he was a pitcher. He only had a 5.72 ERA in his senior season. He had a 2.83 batting average with 6 home runs and 28 RBIs. And Derek Norris able to draw a walk. He gets aboard first base.
It's the first walk that has been issued in this game for either team.
That is the 44th walk of the season for Norris. He's 4th in the Atlantic League. So with no outs and Norris on first, Dennis Phipps will face Severino. Skeeters leading York 2-1 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. There goes Derek Norris. The throw is not in time. Derek Norris using his speed right there, able to steal a base.
He is 4-0 in stolen base attempts. Go Norris.
How about
That's the
that?
third of the night for the Skeeters. Now they're just one stolen base short of being an 80-80 team. 80 home runs on the nose, now 79 steals.
Well, you know, it's funny that we mentioned it last night, how fast Norris looked when he wasn't catching. He's catching tonight, but still looking just as fast. Able to swipe a bag.
Fresh legs from DHing yesterday.
Norris in scoring position. 0-1 pitch on the way to Phipps. And that's chopped right toward the pitcher, Severino, who looks back, makes sure Norris doesn't go to third as he throws Phipps out at first base.
That was a real veteran move by Norris. Most guys would have been caught between second and third, but he kind of made the pitcher react, and by the time he could, Norris was already back at second.
So with one out, Norris at second base. Rondon will step in. Skeeters 2 runs on 5 hits. York 1 run on 3. Here comes the first pitch, and that's chopped toward the second baseman, Casillo. Spins and throws Rondon out at first base. Norris goes to third, and there's 2 down.
Not an easy play. Always the hardest play. You can always measure a second baseman's range by how well he goes to his left, and that was way to the left of Casillo. Saw Jay and Santi do that last night. Both have terrific range. I think the best second baseman, bar none, that I ever saw was Roberto Alomar. I mean, he could just do it all. I mean, he had the range of a shortstop at second. Great arm, unbelievable arm for a second baseman. He could hit for power. He had 20-plus home runs, quite a few years. Drive-in runs. He had 100 ribbies, Gold Glover. Hit for average.
Second baseman in the league now. Jose Altuve, you think?
I mean, yeah, he's got it all.
Yeah. Your boy Torres is pretty good.
Yeah. Made the All-Star team in his rookie year. He's going to hit 20 home runs as a second baseman in his rookie season.
Ball gets by the catcher, Cruz. Coming home to score is Norris, and the Skeeters go up 3-1.
Talk about manufacturing a run. Norris walks. He steals second. He goes to third on the ground ball out by Rondon and comes home on a wild pitch. So a run without the benefit of a hit or even a sacrifice for that matter.
That was all Derek Norris right there. Making it happen with his feet. How about that? And that is sent deep to left field. That's way back there. That is caught just in front of the wall. Thought that might have been Barnes, but Wellington Dotel just on the warning track, just shy of the wall, able to make the catch for the third out. But not before the Skeeters extend their lead. Derek Norris coming home to score on the wild pitch. Sugar Land up 3-1 after 4.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Sweet 96 is a brand new radio station designed just to serve Sugar Land and Fort Bend County. But we can't build the best without your help. Spread the word about our good work and we'll do the same. Like us on Facebook at Sweet 96 FM or drop us an email at our website, sweet96.com. Together, we will build a better city and Fort Bend County. If it's important to you, it's important to us at the all-new Sweet 96.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
Welcome back to Constellation Field. Skeeters leading the Revs 3-1 as we begin action in the 5th inning. Gage will face Travis Witherspoon, the center fielder. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 count to Witherspoon, who struck out his first time up. Our player of the game from last night after a 2-for-5 performance. Swung on and missed at the pitch outside.
That was strike 2, despite what the scoreboard says. It's 0-2, despite the scoreboard saying 1-0.
Here comes the 0-2. In there for a strike, painting the inside corner. And that's strikeout number 7 for Matt Gage in his Skeeters debut. That will bring up Henry Castillo. So how far do you expect Gage to go here tonight, Irish? Still nobody warming up in the Skeeters pen.
I'm going to say 6, as long as he doesn't run into any trouble here. I mean, it's not like he's not gone 6 all year. He just hasn't pitched in a couple of weeks.
This is his first action since July 4th with Sacramento, the AAA affiliate of the Giants. No signs of rust, that's for sure. Castillo looks at ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Norris setting up outside. And Castillo looks at another inside pitch. 2 balls, no strikes on the Revolution third baseman.
Castillo was the All-Star in 2014 in the Arizona League, hit .331, home run and 22 RBIs in 28 games in that short season.
The 2-0 just misses outside.
He spent the last 2 seasons in Visalia. I was there as the Oaks, now they're the Rawhide. A little tougher.
I was actually about to talk to you about that in the Arizona system, right? You're familiar with Visalia.
Yeah, but they were the Tampa Bay Devil Rays when I was there.
Okay.
They weren't even the Rays. They were still the Devil Rays.
In there for a strike on the 3-0, makes it a 3-ball, 1-strike count with 1 out to Henry Castillo. Skeeters up 3-1 in the 5th inning. Wind up and the pitch from Gage. And that just misses inside. First walk of the day issued from Gage here the 5th inning.
That looked pretty good. It was below the letters and above the belt. Well, both pitchers with a walk now, and both in the last inning.
That will bring up Luis Cruz, the catcher. He singled his first time up on the season, hitting .233 with the home run and 23 RBIs. 9-hole hitter. Henry Castillo at first base. That also looked like a good pitch, but called the ball by John Sevier. Skeeters 3 runs on 5 hits. York 1 run on 3 hits. The 1-0 is chopped foul to the left side.
Now, how do you feel about this name? In the New York Penn League, he played for the state college team, the St. College Spikes.
I like it. Has a nice little ring to it.
And he also played for the Chipolote Marines, just like Kubo.
There we go.
It was back in 2015. 133 games at 255, 16 home runs, 73 RBI, so pretty successful in Japan.
Kubo was Rookie of the Year with the Marines.
Yep.
Norris will set up outside on the 1-1. And that's swung on and missed by Cruz. 1 ball, 2 strike count with 1 out. Jared Mitchell is on deck.
Cruz part of the championship team with York last year. Split time between the Revolution and the Springfield Cardinals, the AA affiliate of the Cards in the Texas League. Just 9 games, though, with Springfield. That's where Homer Simpson lives, don't you think?
That's right, yeah. Cruz originally signing the Cards in 2011.
I got a good one for you.
Hit me.
So the Simpsons had, I think it was the 400th episode, like a celebration, and they picked out like 8, I think something like 25 Springfields in the U.S. So they picked out like 8 of them, and they made them all with all the 7-Elevens into Quickie Marts, and they served, they were giving away, I actually got 3 of these things, which was cool.
That one is served into right field. That drops in for a base hit. So Cruz, his second single of the day. We just won out. The Revolution are in business here with 2 runners on.
So they had these giveaway items. They had Krusty O's cereal, and they also had, it was an energy drink. It wasn't the Duff beer, but it was a Duff energy drink. And what was the other magical food that they were giving away there? Food, the beer. It was one other thing that I still have at home, and I can't remember what that is now. But it was cool to get some real Krusty O's.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I wish I could understand what you're referencing, but I've never watched The Simpsons.
Oh, my goodness. An entire millennial generation
man, what
lost.
can I say?
600 episodes, you've never seen one?
I mean,
for shame.
I'm sure I've seen like half of one, but I'm impressed that The Simpsons are always able to make these fantastic predictions.
What? Like what?
Oh, like what? I can name 20 of them right now.
Go, mister. I've never seen an episode, but he knows all the predictions.
Number one, they predicted like 12 years ago that Trump would be president.
That's true.
Number 2, they predicted 20 years ago that Disney would buy Fox, which they just did officially yesterday. That's another one The Simpsons called.
Well, they always made fun of Fox on their network, on their show, even though that was the network that carried them. All right, give me some more. What else you got?
I mean, I'm going to look some.
So why did you do all this research if you don't even care to watch the show? That seems like an oxymoron in itself.
I'm just fascinated by all these predictions they've made. Everybody, even the people that don't watch Simpsons, know about all their crazy predictions.
So he at least made it's part of the culture.
Correct. Jared Mitchell looks at a ball. Okay, here we go. Simpsons predictions. What do we got here? They predicted Hillary Clinton as the Democratic nominee in 2000, so 16 years prior. Fouled off to the left side toward the York Revolution dugout. I'm waiting for this to load. Mitchell, the 2009 College World Series MVP with the LSU Tigers, defeating the Longhorns in that College World Series final.
So there's a few people in this ballpark that remember that. Don't rub it in.
I got nothing against Texas.
Yet he roots for LSU.
They even predicted the U.S. would win gold in curling. How about that?
I don't think that's that big of a prediction. Even you predicted that, I'm sure.
I mean, I am a diehard curling fan, as you know, but not even I thought the U.S. would have a chance to win a gold medal. I was just hoping for a bronze. Sure enough, they go all the way for gold. First time they've ever done that.
Marge could really curl with that mop of hers. It was impressive.
The 2-2 pitch is served into center field. Barrett Barnes tracking it down, making the catch. Tagging is Castillo. Staying put at first base is Cruz, so runners on the corners with 2 outs.
.65 pitches now for Gage, and action begins in the Skeeters pen, so this may be his last inning.
Is that Beeler out there?
It looks like him. And it is.
Wheeling and dealing. He's back.
The way he pitches, he could probably close out this game in the 6th.
I'm sure Ray Nelson missed me saying wheeling and dealing on 96.1 FM.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. GM from Sweet 96 joining us here in the booth. See, now he gets all my Simpson references.
I don't.
What are they
I don't
teaching
get a lot
you
of
at
your.
Syracuse?
I don't get a lot of your references.
That's true.
I just pretend to laugh sometimes.
You're lost, bro.
That pitch inside to Casilla. Skeeters leading the Revs 3-1 in Game 2 of this 7-game series.
I mean, life is Simpson, Seinfeld, and sports. I mean, what else is there? And you're 2 of 3 short.
You know, I need to get into Seinfeld. It seems pretty funny. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Matt Gage delivers the pitch to Casilla, and that is fouled sharply to the left side. Nice catch by a Little League fan. The Simpsons also predicted autocorrect fails in 1994.
What do you mean autocorrect fails?
Autocorrect didn't come out until 2007. I'm just saying just don't shoot the messenger. I'm just here reading this. Faulty voter machines, they predicted that.
Yeah, nobody could have predicted that. Nobody ever could have predicted the machine not working.
They predicted the NBA spying scandal 6 years prior.
I think that happened with the Patriots.
They predicted smartwatches, which came true 20 years later. Would you like for me to go on?
Yes, Dick Tracy predicted that like in the 20s, so I don't know how bold that one was either. Keep going.
You know I invented FaceTime.
You invented nothing.
That one is hit to the umpire. Oh, my goodness. Off of Eric Davis. I hope he looks to be okay.
It looks like it got him in the shoulder. Remember, the umpire is part of the playing field, so that will stand as is. Runners on the corners, 1 in.
The crowd giving a nice applause to Eric Davis.
Wow. Shook that one off quick.
You know what? That probably helped Sugarland, too.
Actually, they're going to send the runner back to second. The Casilla will get a single, and Cruz, who went all the way around to third, goes back to second.
Wellington Dotel.
Got to remember the umpires wear that like bulletproof vest underneath them, the chest protector, so maybe it goes all the way up to the arm and hit him off there because he didn't even rub it.
He got right back up. He didn't even stay down. That was a sharply hit ball. Wellington Dotel batting here from the right side. Open stance. The pitch in there for a strike. 2-3 game. Castillo on that sequence coming home to score. Cruz at second base. Casilla at first. Pitch inside, nearly hitting Dotel. One ball, one strike count to the left fielder. 2 outs. Skeeters leading by 1. That pitch is sent toward Rondon, who will step on the bag at second for the third. But the Revs able to get a run on the board after the Casilla single off of Eric Davis, the umpire. It's a 3-2 game, middle of the 5th.
Spring Free Trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Juan Silviero will face Severino. Here's we begin action in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Skeeters leading the Revolution 3-2. Revolution able to get one on the board in the top half of the 5th. Pitch on the way, and that's missing low and outside for a ball. Silviero homered his last time up. There's a difference in the game right now. 2 for 2 with the single and a solo shot. Looks at a strike from Dominic Severino. Righty against righty matchup. Silviero batting from the right side. And he chops that one toward the second baseman, Castillo, runs in and throws to first for the first out. That'll go down as a 4-3 putout, and with one down and nobody on base, Anthony Jansanti, the 3-hole hitter, will step in. Jansanti went to Siena College, drafted by the Oakland Athletics in the 49th round of the 2009 draft. Ended up in the Cubs organization in June 2010 and spent 7 seasons with the Cubs, reaching AAA. He swings and misses at the first offering from Severino. Jansanti recruiting Matt Gage to come play for the Skeeters. He's a former Siena alum. And Jansanti with his second hit of the day, sending that one into center field. So 2 singles for Anthony, and with one out, the Skeeters have a runner at first base. Courtney Hawkins, the cleanup hitter, will step in. Hawkins 0 for 1 with a sac fly RBI. Throw back over to first, checking on Jansanti, is Severino.
Mentioned Hawkins, his career high is 19 home runs. He has 17 now. He did it twice, back-to-back years, while in the White Sox organization and at Advanced in the Carolina League in 2013 and 2014 while playing for the Winston-Salem Dash both seasons. This is the second most RBIs he's ever had. He had 62 while at Winston-Salem. Got his 62nd tonight, so tied his second best season. Best season was the 84 RBIs he had the following season in 2014.
The pitch is low and outside. Severino made his professional debut with the Bluefish last season. Staying close to home. Pitch for Bridgeport. York got him in the dispersal draft. Another throw back over to first. Would you send Jansanti here?
The Skeeters have run really well here today against Severino. I don't see why not. As long as he gets a decent jump, not just going for the sake of going, but if he feels he's timed Severino.
Slight lead for Jansanti at first base. Stops and starts and stops as the pitch is outside for a ball from Severino. Wind has died down a little bit, still blowing in slightly from right center. No wind at the start of the game, ended up getting all the way up to a 14 mile per hour breeze. Hitters count for Courtney Hawkins. He awaits the 2-0 from Severino, and that one is swung on and fouled off behind home plate. Hawkins from Corpus Christi, played at Mary Carroll High School, first round pick by the White Sox in 2012. His dad actually played pro softball. His brother was a star football player at Texas State. Was a quarterback, wide receiver, and a running back. Cruz sets up outside, and another throwback over to first.
Big leaguer Cliff Pennington also went to Mary Carroll High School.
Hawkins reaching AAA with the White Sox organization. 2-ball, 1 strike count. And that pitch way inside actually gets by catcher Cruz, but Jan Santi will not go. Corpus Christi, obviously high school football is pretty big in Texas, but Corpus Christi is known to be really a high school baseball town. Got a lot of powerhouses down in the Corpus area.
Pennington still in the big leagues with the Reds. He's had a pretty good big league career. 11 seasons in the bigs.
Swung on and missed. Payoff pitch upcoming to Courtney Hawkins with 1 out in a 3-2 ball game. Skeeters 3 runs on 6 hits. York 2 runs on 5. Hawkins slightly open stance from the right side. Jan Santi, the runner at first base. Cruz sets up outside. There goes Jan Santi. The pitch is outside. And Courtney Hawkins able to get aboard with a walk. That is the second walk issue today by Severino.
Jan Santi would have stolen base number 80 for the Skeeters. Had that not have been ball 4, he got a heck of a jump.
So with just 1 out, Matt Chavez will face Severino with 2 runners on. Jan Santi at second base, Hawkins at first, and we'll have a meeting on the mound here.
Well, it's time for a little Baseball 101, brought to you by Texas State Technical College. Texas State Technical College. Make your own history by earning your associate's degree at TSTC. Visit tstc.edu to learn more. On this day, July 28th, 2011, the Mets officially announced the club has acquired 21-year-old right-hander Zach Wheeler, top minor league prospect from the Giants, in exchange for outfielder Carlos Beltran. In cash considerations, New York bids farewell to their all-star outfielder, who is batting .289 with 15 home runs and 66 RBIs in the final season of his 7-year deal with the team. And that's a look at this day in baseball history, brought to you by Texas State Technical College, Fort Bend County.
Well, the Royals last night parting ways with Mike Moustakas.
I was kind of surprised. I mean, they got him so cheaply. I mean, he would have been $60 or $80 million a few years ago. You signed him for $6.5 million, then you get rid of him. I guess they figured they got lucky that there were no bidders for him this year, but they're probably going to lose him next year, I guess, is the logic.
Yeah. Trading him to a contender in Milwaukee.
He's a good one. Gold Glover, about 30 home runs.
2-time All-Star. So you're seeing that Royals team of the 2015 champs going to be
the nucleus
broken up.
Really gone, except for Perez.
Yeah, he's really the only guy.
Kind of a shame. And that's, they talked about that was a problem 10 years ago where teams were top heavy and the luxury tax was supposed to reduce that, but it's happening all over again. The smaller markets can't compete really.
Both runners will go. Cruz throws it to third. Jan Santi is safe. So a double steal for Sugarland. Hawkins at second, Jan Santi at third. 2 runners in scoring position for Matt Chavez.
And with the double steal, that's the 4th and 5th stolen base of the game. It's also the 80th and 81st stolen base for the Skeeters this season. So now they're an 80-80 team, 80 home runs, 81 steals. And for Jan Santi, which is now his 2nd stolen base of the game, it gives him 19 steals. Rondon stole early. He's ahead at 20. And also for Hawkins, he's 10-0 in steals. He has a shot to be a 2020 guy.
2-0 pitch on the way to Chavez as paints the outside corner for a strike. 5,472 fans here at Constellation Field. Here for this game and the Roger Kreger concert after.
Infield in here for the Revolution.
Cruz sets up outside on the 2-1. Chavez sends that one into right center field. This will be deep enough to get Jansanti home. Hawkins will tag as well. And Jansanti scores easily to make it a 4-2 Skeeter lead. Hawkins gets to third. Albert Cordero will come up with 2 outs. The Skeeters leading now 4-2. Cordero 0 for 2 tonight with a flyout and a groundout. On the season, the All-Star catcher slash third baseman is hitting .291 with 10 homers and 44 RBIs. Batting here from the left side against the righty Severino.
86 pitches now here for Severino. Action in the bullpen. It is number 31, Joe Van Meter. Van Meter, also a New York native, right-hander.
No ball, 1 strike count on Cordero, the designated hitter tonight. Derek Norris on deck. Cruz will set up inside. And that pitch off the mitt of Cruz to his left. Hawkins not coming home.
And Cruz jumped on that pretty quickly, even though it went halfway up the third base side.
Skeeters 4 runs on 6 hits. York 2 runs on 5. Both teams scoring here in the 5th inning. The 1-1 is sent foul behind home plate. 1-2 count on Coco.
This will be pitch number 90 coming here from Severino.
Action beginning in the Revolution bullpen. Cruz sets up inside again. That pitch is popped up, shallow right field. Casilla, the second baseman, runs the easy catch. And that's the 3rd out, but not before Sugarland gets another run on the board. They lead the Revolution 4-2 after 5.
Tuesdays are 2 for Tuesdays at Constellation Field this season. Every Tuesday home game, fans can buy 1 field box ticket or grassland ticket and get 1 free. Watch the Skeeters in exciting Atlantic League action. Half-price tickets for groups are also available each Tuesday, or you can buy tickets 24/7 at sugarlandskeeters.com. For more details, give us a call at 281-240-4487. That's 240-HITS. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
What does it take to rebuild trust? At Wells Fargo, we've been thinking about that a lot lately. For us, it begins with a renewed commitment to our customers, fixing what went wrong, making things right, working with more transparency and higher accountability, and reinventing how we serve you. It's a new day at Wells Fargo, but it's a lot like our first day. Wells Fargo, established 1852, re-established 2018. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
So Matt Gage, his debut is done. Did a nice job, 5 innings, get to his numbers. But welcome back, Dallas Beeler. Number 32, 6'5", 225, the Tulsa, Oklahoma native. Just came back, former big league, 8 years as a pro. He was 6-1 with a 1.99 ERA when he left. This will be his 13th appearance. He's made 8 starts, 58 2/3, 54 strikeouts, 13 walks, and 34 hits. Last time out was the near no-no, 8 no-hit innings in his last outing for the Skeeters before getting picked up.
He will face Melky Mesa, the DH. Final numbers on Gage in his debut, pretty solid. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, and 7 strikeouts. The 0-1 is sent toward the third baseman. Silverio gloves it with his backhand and able to throw it to first base in time. What a great play by the Skeeters' third baseman.
It's just unbelievable. He was behind the third base bag, and my goodness, if you had clocked that as a pitcher, it's probably 97 miles an hour to first. What a cannon.
Continuing to make plays. This is just his 8th game as a Skeeter, 3 home runs, and he's getting it done defensively as well. That will bring up Michael Burgess, who is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. First pitch on the way from Dallas Beeler, and that just misses outside and low. Dallas Beeler's last start was with Northwest Arkansas, the Naturals. The 1-0 is sent on one hop to the second baseman, Jan Santee, who will throw out the first baseman, Burgess, for out number 2.
Take a look around the Atlantic League scoreboard. New Britain leading the Barnstormers big 9-2. That one in the top of the 8th. The Blue Crabs are leading 3-1. The bottom of the 7th over the Ducks. And Somerset up 6-1 over the Road Warriors. Skeeters leading 4-2 here in the 6th.
So with 2 outs and nobody on base, Beeler will face Ryan Dent. Skeeters leading the Revs 4-2. First pitch on the way from Beeler. Missing outside and low. Beeler's last start came at Northwest Arkansas versus the Tulsa Drillers. He went 4 innings allowing 1 run and striking out 5. That is sent to Dallas, who will flip to first to for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Dallas Beeler in his return with the Skeeters. Middle of the 6th, Sugarland's on top, 4-2.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Sweet 96 is on the air everywhere. On the radio from our Fort Bend County Tower site located on the Grand Parkway at 96.1 FM or online at sweet96.com. Click the Listen Live link and enjoy our community programming anytime you like from anywhere in the world, or just tap the app. Download the free TuneIn Radio app for your smartphone and search Sweet 96.
Salon Evan and Day Spa is the premier Aveda Concept salon in Sugarland. Locally owned and family operated since 1989. Let our Aveda trained stylists take you to the highest level of satisfaction with the latest techniques for coloring, highlighting, and precision haircuts. Treat yourself to our famous Aveda facial, a relaxing massage, or a signature manicure and pedicure. Have an ultimate salon experience today at Salon Evan and Day Spa. 281-980-5160. 281-980-5160.
Well, starter Dominic Severino's night is done for the Revolution. Joe Van Meter, we've seen a few times this year, will come on out of the York Revolution bullpen. Van Meter's 29 years old. Number 31 is 6'2", 215 from Manhasset, New York. Currently resides in Richmond, Virginia. He went to Virginia Commonwealth University. He's been as high as AA. So far this season, he's 2-3 with a 5.14 ERA. His 22nd appearance, this will be his, 22nd appearance. He made 7 starts. In 49 innings, he has struck out 48 while walking 13, allowing 62 hits. Part of this Revs championship team last year. Spent time in 2016 with the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Last time out against the Road Warriors in York's 5-4 victory. He went 2/3 of an inning. No runs, no hits, no walks. Struck out 1.
Well, he will face Derek Norris, the catcher. Here as we begin action in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Sugarland leading York 4-2. Sugarland falling 4-1 in the series opener last night. Here comes the first pitch from Van Meter, and that's swung on and missed by Dino. Norris last 10 games hitting .255 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs.
Van Meter has faced the Skeeters 3 times, 1 start, no record, a .995 ERA, 6 1/3.
And Norris sends that one into right field. Backing up and making the catch is Mitchell for the first out.
And that one would have had a shot as an opposite field home run if it wasn't for that wind blowing so strong in.
And Mitchell was just shy of the warning track when he made that catch.
Mentioned Van Meter, 6 1/3. He has allowed 7 earned runs in 6 1/3 against the Skeeters. They have 10 hits against him. He has walked 2 while striking out 8 in 6 1/3.
First pitch to Dennis Phipps is outside and low for a ball. Phipps 1 for 2 with the single and a ground out. Batting here from the right side against Van Meter. Another pitch outside for a ball. Van Meter from Richmond, Virginia, went to VCU. Pitched in the Rays and Orioles systems. Fastball swung on and missed by the right fielder Phipps. 1 out, nobody on base. Sugarland leading York 4-2 here in the 6th inning. Here comes the 2-1, and that is fouled back behind home plate. 2-ball, 2 strike count on Phipps, who is hitting .500 in his last 7 games, 10 for 20 with a home run and 7 RBIs. And when he's productive, that makes the lineup even more dangerous. He has so much power. And Van Meter strikes out Phipps. That's the first strikeout from Van Meter and the second Revolution strikeout of the day. Brings up our pregame interview from yesterday, Alvaro Rondon. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Third baseman Henry Castillo playing in right here against Rondon. Was able to reach with a bunt single earlier in this game.
Well, he didn't forget.
Crew setting up inside. Pitch on the way, and sure enough, Rondon squares to bunt but pulls back.
You know, I'm surprised Rondon doesn't do it more. The good hitters like him will square their bunt a lot, and then just when the third baseman thinks he has it figured out, when the guy comes in, he'll hit a line drive the other way over his head. So it kind of puts you in no man's land. You play in, they slap it over your head, you play back, a bunt single. So the good hitters like Rondon usually do it. I'm surprised Rondon doesn't try it a little bit more, although he slapped that one the other way, so maybe doing a little bit more of it. Van Meter, by the way, 15 and 26 lifetime with .395 ERA, 13 career saves. Last season for York, 4-2 with a 2.57 ERA and 1 save in their championship season.
Rondon squares to bunt again, but it's hit right toward the first baseman. It was on the bag as he gloved that ball. So a 1-2-3 inning from Van Meter. It is still a 4-2 Skeeter lead as we head to the 7th inning.
Kids 12 and under get in free for every Wednesday home game this season at Constellation Field. Tickets are only available by calling the Skeeters box office at 281-240-4487 or 240-HITS, or visit the TDECU box office at the ballpark or online 24 hours a day at SugarlandSkeeters.com. Gates open an hour before scheduled game times. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. Relive baseball's greatest moments, connect with the national pastime, and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Hi, I'm Ira Lehman, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
We are La Casina.
Wheeling and Beeling. Dallas Beeler is back with the Skeeters, and to bring you the 7th inning on is the voice of the Sugarland Skeeters, Ira Lehman.
Thanks, Will. 7, 8, and 9 here. It will be Travis Witherspoon, Henry Castillo, and Luis Cruz. Skeeters leading by 2, 4-2 here in the top of the 7th. Beeler needed just 6 pitches in his return to the Skeeters and got 3 ground ball outs. A ground out to third by Mesa, Michael Burgess a ground to second, and Denton a ground back to Beeler himself. Witherspoon 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Beeler, what a season he had for the Skeeters, and now he gets to continue it. This one is low and away. He was 6-1 when he left, with an ERA under 2 at 1.99. It was good news for him. He was both named the pitcher of the month in the Atlantic League for June and got signed the very next day. It's a good 2-day span for him.
Yeah, he went out with a bang, that near no-hitter and also pitcher of the month honors, and was on the playbill here at Constellation Field.
Squares the bunt here, takes it low and away for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to count.
Witherspoon has spent time in the Angels, Mariners, and Dodgers systems. Reached Double-A with both LA teams, the Angels and the Dodgers.
The 2-1. This one is fouled down the left side. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count.
Witherspoon went to Spartanburg High School in South Carolina.
Sounds very intimidating. Spartansburg.
You know who also came out of that high school? Reggie Sanders and Orlando Hudson.
Not too bad. Ball comes out on the field from the picnic area as Courtney Hawkins throws it back in from left. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Witherspoon. Skeeters pitching between Gage and Beeler. They have retired 4 straight. The 2-2 here by the right-hander. He'll kick and deal. And this one a big overhand curve, just a little bit high. That'll run the count full 3 balls and 2 strikes. Beeler features a fastball 88-91, a changeup and a slurve. Payoff pitch here by Beeler. This one on the outside corner, strike 3. Home plate umpire called it right as it hit the mitt. And now 4 straight retired by Beeler in his return. That's the 8th strikeout for Skeeters pitching. First for Dallas, who is conveniently from Tulsa. A 1 out, none on for the switch hitter, Henry Castillo. He has struck out and walked, so he is 0 for 1. Skeeters are leading 4-2 here in the top half of the 7th inning.
So Witherspoon got in my post-game interview, Jinx, 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Skeeters need to thank me.
That's a good jinx. The reverse curse. This one is grounded, foul back into the right. 0-1 the count. 4 runs on 6 hits. No errors for the Skeeters. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 E for the Revolution. This one misses outside. Suppose you can't spell Revolution without 1 E. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Skeeters leading 4-2 here in the top half of the 7th. The right-hander kicks and deals, and this one is a jam shot, and it's to first baseman Matt Chavez, and there's 2 down. The line out to first. The second out, in steps the number 9 hitter, Luis Cruz. Cruz has an infield single and a single of the regular variety. He's 2 for 2. He's also scored a run. I'll step in here with the Revs trailing the Skeeters 4-2.
No surprise. 5 up, 5 down for Dallas Beeler in his return.
Also on 15 pitches, he's gotten 5 outs. And every now and then you hear about a coach who tries to instill in his pitchers to get a batter in 3 pitches or less. Wish more guys would take to that. They're going to set up away here in the 0-1 by Beeler. This one is fouled back into the screen. No balls and 2 strikes to count.
Luis Cruz spent last season with Double-A Springfield. Just played 9 games before being released and heading to York to play for the Revolution.
Beeler's 0-2. Again, they set up away, and this one swung on him. It's strike 3, and that'll do it. 6 up, 6 down for Beeler. Well, that'll do it. 7th inning stretch. It's in Cracker Jacks. I do care if you never come back. Skeeters up 4-2.
Hey, Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Skeeters fans, end your weekend with Skeeters baseball at Constellation Field for Sunday Fun Day. We have something for everyone. Play catch in the outfield, and your favorite Skeeters players will be signing autographs before the game. Also, after the game, all kids will be able to run the bases. Constellation Field has everything you need for a fun, family-friendly, affordable day at the ballpark. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really mattered.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Let me hear ya! Going low! 0-1, 0-2, 0-3. Take me out to the ball. Take me out to the ground.
On the mound now for the Revolution is Atlantic League veteran Ricardo Gomez, 6'3", 210-pound righty from the Dominican Republic. This season for the Revolution, he's 2-1 with a .493 ERA. He has 35 strikeouts in 27 1/3 innings pitched.
The second oldest player in the league at 40 years old. The right-hander Gomez will face the top of the Skeeters order, Barrett Barnes, Juan Silverio, and Anthony Jansanti. First pitch here is a strike, 0-1 the count. His first season at professional baseball, 20 years ago in the Gulf Coast League for the Pirates in 1997. Always been a reliever, even over all these years, just 19-19 with a 3.68 ERA, 63 career saves. While playing in the Mexican League in 2013, had a career-high 24 saves, and for the Revs, back in 2012, he had 16 saves. In fact, he was part of the back-to-back championships for Yorkie in 2011 and 2012. One of those guys who always has a place, even at 40. 0-2 the count here to Barrett Barnes. He originally was first in the Atlantic League in 2008 when he spent 2008 and 2009 with the Barnstormers, 2010 with the Ducks, 2011 and 2012, as I mentioned, with the Revolution, as well as in 2014. This one is hit to the second baseman, backhanded by Castilla. And he'll throw to first, 4-3 in the putout. There's one down. Skeeters leading 4-2 here, and in steps Juan Silverio, who has single, homered, and grounded out. He's 2 for 3. Played for the Ducks again in 2015, Gomez, and spent some more time in Mexico and returned to the Revs in 2016. So in steps Silverio, 308, now 3 home runs and 4 RBIs. He was an all-star here in the Freedom Division in 2016. That year he went 3-3 with a 2.31 ERA and 3 saves. His career in the Atlantic League, 20-14, a 3.13 ERA. 13 saves as well. This one swung and missed. No balls and 2 strikes on Silverio. Last 2 times out, both against the Skeeters. A 5-1 loss to Sugarland. On July 22nd was his last appearance. 1 inning, 2 runs, both earned, 2 hits, a strikeout. The 0-2, low and away 1-2, and then the appearance before he picked up the win against the Skeeters. That was the 1-0 victory in the first game of the road trip. Skeeters got just 2 hits. He went 1 inning, no runs, no hits, no walks, 2 Ks, faced a minimum 3. Gomez looks in for the sign from Cruz. Cruz sets up outside. And the 1-2 to Juan. This one is over the head of Gomez. Behind second is the shortstop Dent. Fires it to first in time. Nice play by the shortstop on the 6-3 putout. Linsup's Anthony Jansanti. All he's done today is go 2 for 3 with 2 steals, a run scored, and he recruited the starting pitcher, Matt Gage, who had 5 quality innings and is in line for the win.
Good job, Anthony.
So 2 outs and none on for Anthony. Skeeters now 81 steals on the season. Now, one thing they won't get to this year is their single-season stolen base record, which is 160.
Jansanti hitting .250 against Gomez this season.
The 1-0 from Gomez. This one a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Looks like it's going to be a nice sunset here. Always got some good sunsets here at the ballpark, especially behind the ballpark. The 1-1 here to Jansanti. This one is a check swing, but a strike down the middle, 1-2 on number 21. Stick around after the game for Roger Kreger.
You know I'll be sticking around.
Oh, yeah. The 1-2. This one is a slider that misses a little bit low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Skeeters leading by 2, 4-2 here in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
I've really grown to appreciate country music more after spending a year in New York.
What, did you like it before you left?
I wasn't a huge fan.
Really? Even growing up here in Sugar Land?
Believe it or not.
So how did you learn to like country music more as this one is hit down the right field line. That one's going to go into the seats by going to New York where they play pretty much none.
Well, they played it in some places. Like, they actually, believe it or not, they have a Texas Roadhouse in Syracuse. So
wow.
I went to Texas Roadhouse one time. They were playing country music. And I felt like for 2 seconds I was at home.
I don't know if you ever noticed it while up there, but we always joked about it on Long Island. But upstate New York, it's very rural, a lot of farms.
Yeah.
So there is a country feel to upstate New York.
I mean, maybe not so much Syracuse because it is kind of a major city, but when you go outside Syracuse, you're definitely
in the country.
In the country,
yep.
Yeah.
See if Jan Santi can do something with second life here after that foul ball just got into the stands. The 2-2. Swan and a bullet down the third base line. That one off Juice. So one ball hits an umpire. The other one hits the Skeeters' third base coach. And Anthony's such a good dude. He looks down at Juice and says, "You're right."
And Eric Davis going over to talk to Juice. He's like, "Oh, man."
They're comparing war wounds. It's like, "Hey, I got hit in the shoulder. You just got hit in the foot." It's dangerous for non-players here today. Juice and Davis getting a chuckle out of it. Everybody else, beware. Stay alert in the stands for the fans. Again, the 2-2. This one low and away, 3-2. So good at bat here by Jan Santi. That was the 7th pitch in this at bat to Anthony. Payoff pitch coming here to Anthony. They will set up away, and the 3-2. This one is just low and away, ball 4. Great at bat. On base for the 3rd time. And he's already stolen 2. 3rd walk of the night for the Skeeters. That'll bring in Courtney Hawkins. Hawkins, sac fly RBI in his first at bat. He popped out to short, walked, and stole the base. Skeeters with a 4-2 lead here in the 7th, looking for a little bit of insurance. They set up outside here on Hawkins on the first pitch. And there goes Jan Santi on a delayed steal, and the throw is not in time. It was a little wide into the left of second. The shortstop, Dent, had to reach back, and by that time, Jan Santi slides in with his 3rd stolen base of the night.
That's unbelievable. And, he kind of got a late start to that one. Didn't get the best jump, but still able to get a good slide in there. That is a rare feat, 3 stolen bases in one game.
Now he's tied for the team lead with Rondon, who stole his 20th of the night. The 1-0. This one is down low. 2 balls and no strikes to count here. And Gomez got the first 2 out easily. Now in some trouble here. The 2-0 is a strike, catches the inside portion of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Anthony has stolen 20 bases for the 2nd time in his pro career. Last year, the first time with 31 steals. Really, when you think about last year getting the first time in his career to really play every single day for the most part, took advantage. The only time he really had a chance to play every day was back in 2011 with the Peoria Chiefs. But last year he sets career highs in most categories. 273, 9 home runs, 52 RBIs, 31 stolen bases. And this year he's amassed a 283 average, 13 home runs, 2nd in the league, 36 RBIs, and 20 steals. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Skeeters leading 4-2. It's one high, another 3-2 count here. A 2-out hit here in the bottom of the 7th to give the Skeeters a 5-2 lead. Gomez, who looked like he was headed for an easy frame, now in trouble here. 22 pitches already for Gomez. This one is popped up. That one going to get over our heads here behind home plate. 3-2.
Just impressed with Hawkins. His progress this season has been so much more patient in at-bats. It's led to, well, I guess I should say, one of the many factors in why his average has risen like it has.
Bad pitch here from the right-hander. There goes Jansanti. Swung, he missed strike 3. And that'll bring the inning to a close. Just the third time the Skeeters have struck out all night. No. There is one man left on base. We are through 7. Skeeters up 4-2.
Want to watch a Skeeters game in style? We have just what you need. Our game day suites are ideal for entertaining clients, rewarding employees, networking, and even celebrating personal milestones. Let us make it easy for you. Suite rentals come with food and soft drinks, parking privileges, and even access to our Insperity Club. Drinking packages are also available. To plan your event, call us at 281-240-HIDS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field, Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Hey Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Top of the 8th, Skeeters still in front 4-2. It's been that way since the 5th. Dallas Buehler on for a third inning of work, and I have a feeling he might go the distance. So far, 6 up, 6 down for Buehler. He has thrown 18 pitches in 2 innings, 12 for strikes, 6 for balls. Top of the order here in the top of the 8th, Jared Mitchell, Alexi Casilla, and Wellington Dotel 1, 2, and 3. First pitch misses for a ball 1-0. Mitchell has struck out, singled, and fly out to center. He's 1 for 3. The 1-0. This one a check swing, but he holds up. 2 balls and no strikes to count. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Skeeters. 2-5-1 for the Revolution. The 2-0 here by the right-hander. One swung and chopped to the right of the mound past Buehler. Nice play by Jansanti, moving towards second and throws out the speedy Mitchell 4-3. Great play by the Skeeters second baseman.
Well, that's not a tough throw to make, coming in, making the play. But Jansanti threw a dart to Chavez at first base. And, we've seen his defense in the outfield and also making plays as a second baseman, Ira.
Yeah, he threw it across his body, which means you can't get as much on it as you would like as he was moving away from first base and towards second. Alexi Casilla, the switch hitter, will step in here, batting from the left side. He is 1 for 2. He has struck out, had a sac fly RBI, and singled last time up. 7 up, 7 down for Buehler. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. Wellington Dotel on deck. See after tonight's game if Buehler will qualify still for the top 10 in ERA. If he does, he's going to shoot right up to the top spot. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Skeeters leading 4-2 here in the top half of the 8th inning. The 1-1 swung in over Buehler's head behind second base. Again, it's Jansanti. Throws it to first. Not in time. Another great play by Jansanti. Put everything he could on that one. Backhanded it behind the second base bag and almost gets the speedy Casilla. He's batting from the right side. That's an out.
Man, another great throw from Jansanti, throwing across his body. I'm interested to see the replay on here on our YouTube feed. Looked to me, from my vantage point, that Jansanti had gotten him.
One out, one on now. Wellington Dotel will step in. Dotel has grounded at the second twice. Grounded out the short last time up. He is 0 for 3. This one popped up down the right side. Will it stay in play? No. Very close. Hard to see without slow motion. No balls and 1 strike to count here on Wellington. It came in at 309, 6 home runs, 41 RBIs.
Okay, so Wellington played for El Paso in the United Baseball League in the American Association in 2011. I got to ask you, so when they were in the American Association, they were called the Diablos. Now they're called the Chihuahuas. Now they're affiliated ball. Which mascot do you like better, Diablos or Chihuahuas?
Diablos, the devil's always more intimidating than a Chihuahua. Not exactly the most ferocious of dogs. This one back into left of home, 0-2.
El Paso Chihuahua is coming at number 3 in minor league merchandise sales.
I mean, to me, as a nickname, you want to intimidate your opponent. It's got
Chihuahuas,
to be something.
Man. Are you going to sell more caps with a Chihuahua on it or a Diablo on it?
I'm going with Diablo.
Oh, come on. Got to go with the Chihuahuas. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da.
That's tequila. This one is chop foul.
Have you seen the movie Beverly Hills Chihuahua?
No, and I'm not going to pay good money to see it either.
Oh, man, it was good. It was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
Oh, boy. No balls and 2 strikes still to count here on Dotel. Skeeters leading 4-2. Both teams with 6 hits apiece now. Throw to first. Diving back in is Casilla. May go here on an 0-2 pitch. Casilla on the season. 9 steals in 11 attempts. Another throw over the first. Again, he's back. Beverly Hills 12. That was the cover. That just looking at that makes me say, no, I'm not going to pay $12 to see that.
The greatest Chihuahua movie of all time.
How many Chihuahua movies are there? This one is a little bit low and in.
Probably not many.
Somebody sent us in that their grandparents are from Chihuahua in Mexico.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. I didn't know there was a Chihuahua in Mexico. Another throw to first. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. No action in the Skeeters pen. I think Beeler is going to go 4 innings for the rest of the way. If he does, he'd pick up a save. No matter what the score turns out to be. This one hit to the right side. Jansanti gobbles it up. Goes to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. Nice play by Anthony. Gets the lead runner. 4-6. So to 2 outs. Casilla out on it. First is Dotel. Also a threat to steal. Now to bring in Melky Mesa. Mesa 0 for 3 is grounded back to the pitcher. Struck out looking and grounded at the third last time up. Well, in steps the right-handed hitting DH. Comes in 5th in the league and hitting at .323 along with 10 home runs and 39 RBIs. Take a look at Beeler's pitch count. The pitch number 30 here coming up. 19 for strikes, 10 for balls. Another throw to first. Skeeters are leading 4-2 here in the top half of the 8th.
Last affiliate action for Mesa was with AA New Hampshire in the Toronto organization.
Another throw to first. Beeler's been very worried about the last 2 base runners that got on there. 2 outs. Skeeters leading 4-2. Go for the batter.
No one warming in the Skeeters pen, not even Paulino, so you expect Beeler to go the distance here.
There's one swung in, foul back to the screen. Healthy hack by Mesa. Dortel started and stopped it first. 0-1. Mesa, believe it or not, pretty good numbers. As I mentioned, he's fifth in the league at 323, double digits on home runs with 10, 39 ribbies, and he's first in slugging percentage and did make the All-Star team.
That is surprising. You know, he didn't have his power surge until later in the season, just one home run in his first 25 games. Still solid numbers.
The 0-1. This one a little bit low, 1-1.
One home run in his first 25 games. He has 9 in his last 30 games.
His career high in home runs is 23. Swan fouled off to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Skeeters leading 4-2 here in the top half of the 8th. Just think about 2/5 of the Skeeters rotation changing. Beeler will be back in the starting rotation. And now Gage that we saw today, which will pull Sitton back in the bullpen, which makes the bullpen stronger now, the left-hander. Although he did a pretty admirable job as a starter. The 1-2, chop to the left side. Glove by Silverio in front of Rondon, and the throw to first in time. When do you see a third baseman cut off Rondon? My goodness, that left side of the infield is just so good right now. That'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 middle of the 8th. Skeeters will try to get some insurance when we get back. They're up 4-2.
Spring-free trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring-free trampoline.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Hi, I'm Ira Leben, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
On the mound to pitch the 8th for the Revolution is number 14, Josh Blanco, the 6'2", 190-pound lefty from El Paso, Texas. Last appeared for Winnipeg in the American Association. This season for the Revolution, in just one game, he had a scoreless outing with the strikeout.
Well, Blanco will face 5, 6, and 7 here. Matt Chavez, Albert Cordero, Derek Norris trying to get some insurance. They're up 4-2. Blanco last year played for the Texas Air Hogs, and he was teammates with Alvaro Rondon, Dennis Phipps, and James Russell for the Skeeters. No balls in 1 strike the count here. And the manager of that team, Billy Martin Jr. No balls and 1 strike to count. He went 2-2 with a 4.85 ERA with the Air Hogs last season. So spent time in the Can-Am League and the American Association. And he played for the El Paso Diablos in 2011.
There we go. Coming home to play professional baseball.
1-1 here on Chavez. Again, the Skeeters leading 4-2. Trying to even this series at a game apiece. The 1-1. This one is hit high and deep in the air to left field. Going back to the track, to the wall, and he got it all. Home run from Matt Chavez, his 7th of the year, RBI number 46, and it gives the Skeeters a 3-run lead, 5-2, and that is our Texas Farm Bureau insurance run of the game. Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeter games on Sunday. Just show proof of your current membership at the Skeeters TDECU ticket office, and you get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game. Visit your local agent to become a member today.
Well, 2 home runs in the last 4 games now for Matt Chavez, 7th of the season. We've seen power numbers from him in the past, in past seasons. Hasn't had many home runs this year, but 2 in the last 4 games now.
Well, in steps Albert Cordero. Switch hitter batting here from the right side. Fouls the first pitch back into the screen, 0-1.
Felipe Paulino is warming up in the Skeeters pen.
Well, looks like he's going to come on for the save, I thought. Beeler might go the rest of the way. People always know the 2 of 3 ways to get a save. This one is swung and missed. Some people only know 1. 3 runs or less come in. Close out the game, you get a save. The other one that people don't know about is that you can have a 5-run lead and get a save with the tying run on deck with the bases loaded. And then the third one, the least known, is going 3 innings or more to close the game. So in this case, even though Beeler's gone 3, he's not closing the game. If Paulino comes in, he would get the save. That one gets slightly tricky. People don't know is that it's supposed to be 3 or more effective innings. So technically, if you came in, say, a 15-2 game and let up 10 runs in the last 3 innings and closed out the game, technically it's not a save because the 3 innings were not effective, but most of the time you're going to wind up getting a save with 3 or more innings to close it out. This one fouled off to the right side, 1-2.
So even if you're up 10 runs, you got a pitcher who, you know, scoreless 3 innings, you still win by 10 runs. That's a save?
Yes.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
I mean, it doesn't have to, it's supposed to be effective, and obviously that's up to the official score. So you could say maybe you allow 4 or 5 runs in those 3 innings. That's still a save. The 1-2 here to Cordero from the left-hander. This one is a little blooper into right center field, but that one's going to hang up. That one went further than I thought. That's out number 1. So in steps Derek Norris. I love Norris's walk-up song, a little Metallica.
I'm sure you appreciate
blood
that.
Pumping. So I'm saying you want to be intimidating as a player, as a team. You don't want a name like a Chihuahua. You want something like Cougars or Cheetahs or something that's going to rip your head off.
I mean, I think the Beverly Hills Chihuahua theme song would be very intimidating if a player had that as his walk-up music.
Help him, somebody. Nothing intimidating out of Chihuahua or the theme song. This one is strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Norris has grounded out, walked, stole the base, scored a run, and flied out. Skeeters with the home run here by Matt Chavez in the 8th. Have themselves a little cushion of 5-2. Seems like it's been forever since Paulino's gotten a save. The Skeeters just keep winning by huge scores. There hasn't been a lot of work for him. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Norris steps back in here against the southpaw. Josh Blanco. You can test your Spanish again.
White.
Very good. Good old Josh White, the southpaw on the mound. This one is in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike here.
Let's see, Verde is green.
Very good. You got to put a little flair on it. Verde.
Verde. There we go.
Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. 1 in. Skeeters leading 5-2. The 2-1. This one is inside 3-1 here on Norris. Blanco career-wise 8-8 with a 4.25 ERA. Originally signed by the Angels. Drafted him in the 6th round in 2008. Right at a high school, Franklin High School in El Paso. Is high and outside ball 4. So Norris walks for the second time tonight. 1 on, 1 out, 1 in. Skeeters leading by 3, 5-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Dennis Phipps really looks like he's completely out of that slump. Another good night, 1 for 3. Came in 10 for his last 20. Now 11 for his last 23. Skeeters 5 runs on 7 hits. The Revolution 2 runs on 6. York has committed 1 error. The Skeeters have not. So on a strike on the inside corner. 0-1 the count. I like how Ron Doan, guy who's played a decent amount of time, really looks up to Phipps, who is childhood friends with Johnny Cueto. They got to play in the big leagues together with the Reds. How was that for? Hey, wouldn't it be great if we were both big leaguers one day? I mean, who would think it would come true and you'd be on the same big league team at the same time?
That's pretty cool. You know, you see, a lot of childhood friends, make the big leagues, but being on the same team is just something else.
And a longer dream, coming from the Dominican Republic. So one misses outside 1-2. I had a friend in high school talking about, it wouldn't be cool if we were both broadcasters. Well, one of us were. Professional anyway. The 1-2. This one hit high and deep in the air to left center field. This one's got a shot. Dotel in front of the wall hauls it in. Off the end of the bat. Thought that had a little more distance, but you can see even the outs hit by Phipps now are hit hard. So 2 down. Norris goes back to first. Now it'll bring in, just mentioning, Alvaro Rondon.
Well, that was the second one that Dotel has gotten on the warning track. Barrett Barnes had a near home run in the 4th inning, and then Dennis Phipps giving that one a ride.
Rondon has a bunt single. He's stolen a base, his 20th of the year, and he's grounded at each of the last 2 times out. I have a feeling he's going to square here. Swinging away. Chases the ball low and away, 0-1.
He's going for that first home run.
If you're going to swing extra hard to try to hit a home run, this would be the time. You're up by 3. There's already a run in. You really have nothing to lose. Wind is still blowing in slightly from right center. Might be a good time. One of the flags are limp. So not too strong a wind right now. 1 ball and 1 strike to Alvaro.
You're right. This would be the time. See if he's swinging for the fences here.
Not an easy poke to right field here, and you probably have to get it just inside the pole. The 1-1. This one is a slow grounder. This will not be the home run. Close play at first. Putting the tag on him was Burgess. That's the time, really the only time you should slide into first. So heads up by Rondon. Skeeters do get a run on the leadoff home run by Matt Chavez, his 7th of the year. Skeeters are up 3. They need 3 outs to seal the victory. Should see Atlantic League save leader Felipe Paulino to try to close it out when we get back in the top of the 9th. Skeeters are up 5-2.
What does it take to rebuild trust? At Wells Fargo, we've been thinking about that a lot lately. For us, it begins with a renewed commitment to our customers, fixing what went wrong, making things right, working with more transparency and higher accountability, and reinventing how we serve you. It's a new day at Wells Fargo, but it's a lot like our first day. Wells Fargo, established 1852, re-established 2018. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Ira Laban, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Hi, I'm Kim Holstead with Coldwell Banker United Realtors in Sugar Land. Go Skeeters!
Fear the beard. Skeeters closer Felipe Paulino on the mound to close this one out. The 6'3", 270-pound righty from Venezuela this season for Sugar Land. He's 2-1 with a 0.50 ERA in 36 games. He has 48 strikeouts and 35 and a third.
Skeeters have won big so much that in the last 8 days, he's only had 2 appearances. In fact, they had to give him some work so bad that he came in a 12-4 lead against New Britain on the road trip. And another perfect inning. He has 5 straight scoreless appearances. 1 ball and no strikes. He will face Michael Burgess, Ryan Dent, and Travis Witherspoon here. 5, 6, and 7. The Skeeters leading 5-2. This is a save situation, looking for save number 21. 5 runs on 7 hits for the Skeeters, 2 runs on 6 for the Revolution. York has committed 1 error, Sugar Land none, looking for their 6th errorless game in the last 7. Made 2 last night, broke their string of 5 straight errorless games in 49 innings. 1 ball and 1 strike to count here on Burgess. Get you the numbers on Beeler. Pitched terrifically in his return. The 1-1 from the right-hander. Swung it and fouled back to the screen, 1-2. So Gage goes 5 innings and allows 2 earned runs. Beeler goes 3 innings, allows just 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. In fact, between the 2, they only allowed 1 walk. And Paulino's super stingy on walks as well. He has walked just 12 all season in 36 appearances. His whip is .76. They set up inside, and the 1-2 here by Paulino. Swung on and missed strike 3. Did he get a piece of that? Yes, he did. Oh, Burgess will stay alive here, just barely. Paulino has the lowest ERA in the Atlantic League with at least 30 innings. He has struck out 37 batters over his last 21 outings, which is 22 1/3 innings pitched. Just been unhittable. Time for 3rd in the Atlantic League as well with 36 appearances. The 1-2. Way inside. Backs Burgess off the plate, so you got to think the next pitch will probably be low and away here. Or in his ear. One of the 2. Take a look at the repertoire on Paulino. A fastball 90-93, a changeup, a slider, a curve, and a sinker. So 5 pitches for the closer and former big league starter. A setup low and away, and the 2-2. Swung and a missed strike 3, and I'm way out in front of an off-speed pitch. Great pitch by Paulino. And now the Skeeters are 2 outs away, up by 3, 5-2 here in the 9th. That is the 9th strikeout for Skeeters pitching. Nothing compared to what they did against the Road Warriors when they combined to strike out 19, which is now the new team record. In steps the right-hander hitting Ryan Dent, the shortstop, so it'll be a righty-righty matchup here for Paulino, the 3rd pitcher of the night for the Skeeters. Dent's 1 for 3. He has singled and grounded out each of the last 2 times up, once the 3rd, once back to the pitcher Beeler. This one catches the outside corner for strike one. No balls and one strike to count. Sugarland looking for victory number 53 on the season. See if we can get you a quick Atlantic League scoreboard update between pitches here. This one is chopped foul to the left of home, and that one slowly rolls into the York dugout. And Paulino ahead 0-2 here on Dent. Now, a couple of finals already. Southern Maryland beats the Ducks 6-3. New Britain beats the Barnstormers 9-3. And Somerset beating the Road Warriors 6-2 in the bottom of the eighth. Skeeters leading 5-2 here in the ninth with one out and none on for the Revolution. So on backhanded low and away 1-2. Dent came in 248, 9 home runs, 33 RBI. So have to be careful of him. He does have some power. You can see by the Skeeters hitters tonight. We have 2 home runs, ball carrying out the left. The 1-2. This one a check swing. Did he go? No. 2-2. And when the wind blows in here from right field, it blows out towards left. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Not on. Skeeters leading by 3, 5-2 here in the ninth. They set up outside. The 2-2 is in the dirt, 3-2. Paulino 10 pitches, 6 for strikes, 4 for balls so far. Open stance from the right side for Dent. Stands high in the box. Stands very far off the plate, which probably means he does not hit inside pitches well. This one sky down the left side. Should make the seat. Silverio's going to chase it and run out of room. About 4 or 5 rows back. Good effort by the Skeeters' third baseman. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Tomorrow, in Game 3, Matt Sergey will pitch for the Skeeters. And by the way, Sergey pitching tomorrow. It is his birthday. So it will be a happy birthday for him. He's pitching on his birthday. The 3-2. This one fouls off to the right side. Pretty good at bat here by Dent. Sergey's 4-4 with a 4.16 ERA, but he has been just unbelievable in his last 3 starts. He's 3-0 with a minuscule ERA. He'll go against fellow righty Mitch Atkins, who's 7-4 with a 4.41 ERA. Another payoff pitch coming here to Dent. Paulino from the stretch with nobody on. Again, the 3-2 on the outside corner, strike 3. Frozen with a curve. 2 straight strikeouts, and the Skeeters are 1 out away, leading 5-2 here in the top half of the ninth. So the only thing standing between Paulino and a save and a Skeeters win is the right-handed hitting center fielder Travis Witherspoon, who may not have fun against Paulino. Paulino struck out the first 2 batters, and Witherspoon has struck out all 3 times up here tonight. The strikeout hat trick, and trying to avoid the golden sombrero. Not much golden about that sombrero. This one is high, 1 ball and no strikes. Witherspoon, 264 home runs, 19 RBIs on the season. Witherspoon, feet close together from the right side. The 1-0 low and in, 2 balls and no strikes. Should Witherspoon reach, the tying run would still be on deck. Paulino pretty safe for now. 16 pitches, 9 for strikes, 7 for balls. Always feel the closer's not in trouble until he gets to that 25 to 30 pitch mark. The 2-0 is high. 3 balls and no strikes to count. Let's see how Paulino can battle back here from a 3-0 count. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Witherspoon taking all the way on 3 with his team down by 3, 5-2 here in the ninth. 2 down, none on here for the Revolution. Paulino trying to finish it off. The 3-1. Swung and foul tipped into the mid of Norris, or in and out of the mid of Norris. And now the Skeeters 1 strike away as Paulino battles back to a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Skeeters up by 3 here in the ninth. Payoff pitch by Paulino is low and away, ball 4. Only the second free pass of the night issued by Skeeters pitching. Well, the tying run still on deck as Henry Castillo steps to the plate. He was the only other walk. That's been the most impressive part about this Skeeters pitching staff. The strikeout to walk ratio is just off the charts. The Skeeters as a team have struck out 641 batters this year. They have walked just 222. That's just unbelievable. Better than 3-1, or just under 3-1 strikeout to walk ratio as a team. In steps the switch hitting Castillo, batting here from the left side against the righty Paulino. Takes the first pitch low, 1-0. Game closing in on exactly 3 hours. 3 minutes away from that. Norris sets up away. And the 1-0. There's one a strike. Gets the mitt perfectly. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Paulino now 22 pitches. It's been a while since he's been in a game where the game was actually on the line. Although he has a little bit of cushion here. This one low and away, 2-1. Take a look at the last really close game. Paulino had to come in. It shows how good the Skeeters really have been. Well, he came in 2 appearances ago in a 5-4 loss, but the Skeeters were down in that game. The last one was July 19th. This one swung and a missed, strike 2. And again, the Skeeters are 1 strike away. In that game on the 19th, Skeeters went 8-5, so the exact same lead against the Road Warriors. That was here when the Skeeters swept the Road Warriors in a 7-game series. Fans coming alive here at Constellation Field. Roger Kreger to follow. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Skeeters leading 5-2 here in the top half of the ninth. Paulino deals, and this one on the outside corner, strike 3, and that's the game as Paulino strikes out the side and picks up his 21st save of the season. Skeeters win 5-2. Final numbers, 5 runs on 7 hits and no errors for the Skeeters. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error for the York Revolution. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll give you the final numbers. We'll preview tomorrow's Game 3 starting pitching matchup, and Will Scott will have our player of the game. All that and more when we turn on the Skeeters post-game show in a moment.
Hey Skeeters fans, have a worry-free kids birthday party here at Constellation Field. You and your guests will have everything you need, including access to our picnic plaza, pool, food, cake, and so much more. The birthday child will be able to throw out the first pitch, get a jersey with their name and number, and we will sing happy birthday to them on the dugout. Join us at Constellation Field where we will do all the work so you can enjoy the game.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, Swats and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Well, we sail into the post-game show with a Skeeters victory and a sayonara relievement as the Skeeters win 5-2 here. 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for your Skeeters. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error for the Revolution. The winning pitcher in his debut, Matt Gage, the Skeeters lefty, is 1-0. Felipe Paulino adds to his league-leading save total. He gets save number 21, Blackjack. And now 4-6 is the starter for the Revolution, Dominic Severino. Time of the game, 2 hours and 59 minutes, just under the 3-hour threshold in front of 5,472 fans here at Constellation Field. I'll tell you how this one happened. Skeeters struck first in the first. It was a single with 1 away for Juan Silverio. Anthony Jansanti then singled himself, but runners on the corners. After Jansanti stole second, which was one of 3 steals he would have on the day, Courtney Hawkins had a sac fly RBI. It was 1-0 Sugarland. Both teams would score in the third. First it was the Revolution. With 1 away, Luis Cruz hustled out an infield single. And then Jared Mitchell had a single, putting runners on the corners, and a sac fly RBI by Casilla, as both teams scored a run on sac flies. Skeeters would get the lead right back, though, quickly on the first pitch in the third inning to Juan Silverio. Hits his 3rd home run of the year, his 2nd hit of the night, and the Skeeters were up 2-1. In the bottom of the 4th inning, the Skeeters would make it a 3-1 game. In that 4th inning for the Skeeters, it would be a leadoff walk to Derek Norris, and Norris would then swipe second. He would go to third 2 batters later on Alvaro Rondon, ground out, and he would come home on a wild pitch, and the Skeeters were up 3-1. Well, York would get another run in the 5th inning themselves. It was their 2nd and final run. In the 5th, it was a leadoff walk, a 1-out walk that would eventually come around to score, and it was 3-2. Skeeters, however, would get another run, the last one they would need, up 4-2 in the 8th inning. It was another leadoff home run, this time by Matt Chavez, who led off the bottom of the 8th, and made it 5-2. Great pitching all the way around for the Skeeters. Matt Gage in the Skeeters debut goes 5. Dallas Beeler in his return goes 3, and Paulino picks up the save, going 1 in the 9th, as the Skeeters now even this 7-game series up at 1 apiece. Well, with the victory, the Skeeters move to 12-6 here in the second half, playing .666 baseball, continuing where they started after winning the first half Freedom Division Championship. They're 53-28 overall. The Revolution dropped to 9-8, now 2.5 games back of the Skeeters in the second half, and they are 41-39 overall. Well, it is time for our player of the game, and Will Scott is standing by. William.
Thanks, Ira. Here with our player of the game, Juan Silverio, who went 2 for 4 tonight with a home run in the 3rd inning. Felipe Paulino translating. Juan, 3 home runs in your first 8 games. What's allowed you to get off to your hot start?
Mira, ¿cómo te sientes que has bateado otros jonrones en los próximos juegos? ¿Cómo te has sentido en ese aspecto?
Me he sentido bien, gracias a Dios, ya que he venido trabajando duro y cada vez que salgo al terreno salgo a trabajar duro.
Okay. He says that he feels so great, so he tried to work it hard, just try to feel ready on the plate, and thank God, everything is coming together.
We've seen some great plays from you on defense. Another one tonight in the 8th inning. How much pride do you take in your defense?
¿Cómo te sientes tú con toda esa defensa que has hecho nuevamente en tercera base y has hecho buen trabajo con los Skeeters?
Me siento bien, gracias a Dios, ya que he aportado al equipo y cada uno de nosotros estamos jugando bien para salir adelante y tener buenos juegos.
He said he feel being great, you know what I mean? Say he been working so hard to help the team, you know what I mean, in all position by hitting and defense. So he said he want to keep it, help everything he can with the team and just try to keep it working hard.
What's it been like to be reunited with Pete Cavilla, who you played with in Laredo?
Excuse me, say again?
Well, what's it been like for you to be reunited with Pete Cavilla, who you played with in Laredo, or played under in Laredo?
¿Cómo te sintió tú que has jugado con Pete Cavilla en Laredo y ahora aquí actualmente con los Skeeters?
Me he sentido fantástico jugar con Pete, un tremendo manager, buena persona, aparte de ser manager, tremenda persona y le da confianza a su jugador y eso es lo más importante.
He said he feels so proud about, you know, be part of with Pete Cavilla team. So he played with P and Laredo and now play with him. So I feel like he feel lucky about the situation and feel confident every time he make a move because that's why he working hard to be ready for this.
Player of the game one, Silverio. Back to you, Ira.
Thanks a lot, Will. Our player of the game. Another home run by Silverio. His third home run in now 8 games with the Skeeters. One in addition, he has been both offensively and defensively. Well, tomorrow in Game 3 of this matchup, it'll be the Skeeters right-hander, Matt Sergey, pitching on his birthday. 4-4 with a 4.16 ERA. He will face off against fellow right-hander, a guy the Skeeters have seen before this year, Mitch Atkins, not of the Atkins diet, but he is 7-4 with a 4.41 ERA. That'll be another 6:05 game. And now Will Scott hustling back up here, the Flash himself, joins us back here in the booth, and good night for the Skeeters. I think really the story of this one, Skeeters got enough offense, but clearly the 3 pitchers were the story tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just fantastic to see Beeler back. I mean, especially how, you know, after how dominant he was when he was picked up by Kansas City, and then you add a guy like Matt Gage to this rotation. He had a really solid night, 5 innings, only 2 runs, 7 strikeouts is what really impressed me from Gage. So, yeah, I mean, this team just continues to get better and better.
And now you look at the starting rotation. So Beeler will be back in the starting rotation. Sergey, who has been phenomenal, 3-0 in his last starts with a very low ERA. James Russell has been really phenomenal as well, along with Matt Sergey. Connor Wade, who is an all-star, has been great all year. So, I mean, when you look at that starting rotation, it is just unbelievable. Then you got that great bullpen to back it up, and you got yourself with just, if you had a little offense, if you had the Somerset offense, you'd be in good shape. Maybe even the Road Warriors. But when you have the juggernaut offense with the Skeeters, who lead the league in average and home runs, I mean, there's very few flaws. And we saw 5 steals on top of it tonight with a team that has made just 2 errors, and 5 of the last 6 games have been errorless. So talking about all facets of the game, there's not a weak link right now.
I mean, you said it. I mean, this team is really just playing well at every single position. Pitching to hitting to relief pitching. And, you know, we even got, like tonight, Heathcott and Betancourt, you know, didn't even play. I mean, those are 2 guys that have produced this year. So, I mean, it's really fantastic to see the team, you know, playing this well. After already clinching the first half title, they've already got a playoff berth. They got nothing to worry about, but they're still continuing to play well. They got the best second half record in the Freedom Division. They just extended their lead over York with a win tonight.
I forgot all about Kubo in that starting rotation. So, my goodness, you know, it's you talk about starting pitching, you can't have enough of it. The Skeeters have plenty of it, and you can never quite have enough. And final thoughts on this one, Will?
Dare I say it, Ira? This team has no weakness. You said, I mean, you just mentioned it. I mean, when you look at this lineup top to bottom, every single hitter is dangerous, from Barnes to Rondon in the 9-hole. Every single hitter could get a big-time hit in a big-time position. All their averages are pretty solid. And then you look at the starting rotation. It just goes on and on with Kubo, with Russell, with Sergey. Now you had Gage to the mix, and Beeler's coming back. I mean, it's just really, really unbelievable. You know, you add the starting rotation was already solid. Now you add Beeler and Gage. I mean, this team, if they can just, you know, stay together, stay healthy, they're well on their way to potentially another Atlantic League championship.
Well, that is going to do it for us here. We are finished, but Roger Kreger has just begun. He's playing. If you're at the ballpark, head out to the field if you're not out there already and catch the music stylings of the A&M product. Well, that's going to do it for us here. An incredible victory for the Skeeters as they tie this 7-game series in homestand, all here at the Revolution, the defending Atlantic League champs, as the last 2 Atlantic League champions go at it for 5 more games with Game 3 tomorrow. 6:05 first pitch again tomorrow on Sunday Fun Day. Me and Will be on the air with the pregame show at 5:45. Again, the Skeeters win this one by a final score of 5-2. For my broadcast partner, Will Scott, this is Ira Lehman saying enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you tomorrow night.